powerful LinkedIn roundtable. I work as a LinkedIn marketing consultant, trainer, and job hunt coach based in Bangalore, helping job seekers, MSMEs, startups, and founders leverage LinkedIn to position themselves powerfully in the digital working place. Today, we are focusing on a topic that cut across every industry, every career stage, building a strong personal brand on LinkedIn. Because in 2025, if you're not visible, you are not viable. So LinkedIn is no longer just an online platform, it's your global office, your 24 bar 7 digital reputation hub. So whether you are a job seeker or an entrepreneur, your profile, your content, your online visibility, and your network speak louder than your business card or a visiting card. Now, here are the key LinkedIn statistics, which is more and more towards India specific. Let's break it down one by one. Number one, LinkedIn has over 117 million users in India, second largest to US. Number two, 77% of Indian recruiters say they use LinkedIn as their primary sourcing tool. Number three, job seekers who post at least once in a week get about 2.3x more recruiter outreach. Number four, founders who build personal brands on LinkedIn see a 34% increase in qualified inbound leads. It is from the reference of Neil Patel blog. And number five, coaches and consultants who's using video and carousel posts on LinkedIn grew their reach by 5x compared to static text post. Now you might be asking, what is the difference between Facebook, Instagram, YouTube? Because these are also a platform which I'm regularly using. Now here are the breakups. Platform, Instagram. This is best for visual appeal, lifestyle, branding, all those things. But the visibility type is more towards entertaining content, and shelf life is about 24 to 48 hours. Facebook, this is best for community and family networks. And visibility type is more towards personal. And the shelf life, it is between 3 to 5 days. LinkedIn, best for career, business, and positioning. Visibility type, pure and pure strategic connections, professionals, value, all those things. And the self life, it becomes 2 weeks to 2 months. That's the difference between LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Now, today we have an incredible panel of speakers who have generously offered their Sunday to contribute their voice and wisdom. Please help me welcome with Mr. Rohit Kashyap, CEO Dakshya, Darshini Sivakumar, soft skills trainer and TEDx speaker, Mr. Ruve Manta, COO, Dr. Ankur Dasgupta, Chief Experience Officer, H. Shah, CHRO, Tritiya Tech Limited, Advocate Sonali Satpathy, Legal Counsel and Advocate, Mr. Kadiravan, Senior Associate, VP HR, Bajaj Capital, Mr. Sumit Tripathi, Public Speaking Coach and Sales Specialist, and Mr. Jignesh Arvind Dumashya, General Manager. We also have a superb guest who can share his views, Mr. Suresh Kurwadi, who is into GCC Specialist and Independent Director, joining us later today. Now, this sections and live sessions is segmented into 9 different multi-dimensional viewpoints so that everybody have a huge insights, a 360-degree insights of today's session, having got bag full of value additions for next 2 to 3 years. So stay with us. If you are joining from multiple locations, please comment which is the location you are joining and what is the key question you have to the panel so that we understand and shout out your question to the panel members, which has an incredible experience using LinkedIn to the core. So they will be answering your questions during the live sessions. Now I'll go into the first session, like making your profile stand out. Like this is not something where we just create a Naukri profile or a Facebook or Instagram profile where we create and leave. This is more towards branding, positioning, multiple other stuff where we have to create a good brand for ourselves, digital present for ourselves. Happy to welcome HR, CHRO, TDI Tech Ahmedabad to contribute to this particular topic. Being a CHRO, she's been interviewing a lot of people and meeting a lot of people and reviewing a lot of LinkedIn profiles on a daily basis. So, HR, welcome to the show, and we would like to understand how do you make your LinkedIn profile grab attention for jobs or even for business without sounding any fake? Like we just want an organic appearance there. But in case of reviewing a profile, what are the basic elements do you look at it?
Thank you, GS Kumar. Good morning, everyone. I am Het Shah. I work as a CHRO with Vidya Tech Limited, which is a public listed company in IT services based out in Ahmedabad. So basically, I carry around 12 years of experience into HR with IT and ITES industry. So as GS Kumar mentioned, I have my expertise in talent management, learning and development, and culture building initiatives. I'm very honored to be here today and talking on the initiatives and the topic which is really very close to my heart. Let me begin with very simple yet powerful line. Your name is your brand, right? Because before anyone sees your credentials, your degrees, or speaks to you, or calls you for an interaction or meeting, right? What do they experience? They experience your digital presence. And for professionals like us, where does it happen majorly? On LinkedIn, right? So I would strongly believe that your name is your brand. You don't need 10,000, 12,000 followers. You just need to be recognized. You just need to be found. So I would say I would start with one of my story because I strongly believe LinkedIn is not just a job hunting platform right now. It's your online reputation, it's your credibility badge, and your storybook. If any one of you go and check my LinkedIn profile today, anyone will not be able to relate that it's just the hard work of 1 or 2 years, right? I'll share my personal experience. I used to work with an organization before 2024. I was working with an organization for 4 years, and with due respect to them, they had a strict policy that you cannot put anything on the social media on LinkedIn or Facebook without the marketing team's approval, right? So even so I did not know anything, right? I just knew that I have to, if I am looking for a candidate, I can go onto job section and I can post a job. Or if a company is doing any activity, then marketing team will give us the content which we need to put. I did not know the concept of followers, concept of carousel post or video posting, anything I did not know. After joining Tridya Tech, here we had a flexibility that we can put lot of initiatives and everything. And I love content writing. Now we have Chat GPT, a lot of AI tools and everything. But I really like, because I do a lot of journalizing and everything, so I like writing. I last year in like February, March, I started posting few initiatives in terms of whatever culture initiatives which we are taking at the organization, whether it is HRRs, wherein we invite employees in a month, like they can come freely and talk to us for professional personal concerns. We have launched a lot of initiatives like all hands meeting and like mentor mentee program. A lot of initiatives which I was putting, people started approaching me, right? I was not sure that why I'm approved, because I was not looking for a job change, or I'm looking for an opportunity, but it happens over the consistency which you are putting, right? So then people across the industry, not just HR, people from the like leaders from different industries started approaching and asking that you have done a fantastic initiative, can we replicate the same thing or similar thing like this? So I remember I put across like Thursday thrills, learning Thursdays, a mentor mentee program, and from there like, because mentor mentee program which I which we used to post in lot of initiatives in lot of our organization, and then I got approached from mentee guru and lot of other initiatives to be a mentor then, or how I can be mentor to few institutions also, and how I can get mentorship. So such collaboration you will get. That was not the motive to post, but then you will get such kind of opportunity. So
You
I would.
attracted those kind of opportunities just because maintaining your LinkedIn profile on a daily basis, visiting your profile on a daily basis. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly, right. And then when we are looking out for job change, right? if we are looking for a job change, right? We don't need to approach directly, because the recruiter will get thousands of profiles. Now if I have posted a job opening and I'll get thousands of application, it is obviously a difficult thing for me to screen each and every profile. But then how do you make it, how do you want to grab your attention? So there are similar things, right? You start networking. How we are networking in a professional networking event? LinkedIn is again a social networking platform. Start with networking, and then easily you can approach people. So I'll share with my example. I started, when I started putting lot of contents, right, and then I was getting approached for opportunity also, or for collaboration. People know that I have already put lot of content in terms of culture, in terms of training. Then I'll not be asked such kind of question, because they know, already know that what I'm doing, right? So this is also one of the things. Always one should start with why. Don't just write what you are doing, why you are doing, and what impact it is creating. Most of the time, start with storytelling. People say that storytelling is little overrated, but no, I believe that from the day you born till the day you leave the world, it's your an individual story, right? So that's why you put the stories. People will remember facts and figures, but stories will have a lot of long memory time. So people will understand, will relate. Use clap formula, right? I have used this in my personal life. Right? Clap is C for clarity, clarity and consistency in terms of your thoughts, what contents you are putting it, right? Language, because now we use chat gpt and everything, but language should sound like you. If Hate is putting something or GS Kumar is putting something, your connection, your followers should know that this is the language with Hate is writing, right? Your experience, your authentic, A for authenticity, right? Because if I'm going and attending a book fair and I'm writing my experience, that would make more connection, that people would love to read, people would able to relate it to more, right? And presence, it should be consistent. Post at least 15 days, once in a 15 days, or in a week if you get chance, right? People ask me that I'm not able to get content, I really want to post, but I am not sure what I should post. Start mentioning your experience. Use stories, right? Even if you're failing. For example, in our organization we have a project retrospective meeting, wherein we have a segment called failures. People who have failed in certain projects or some module, they'll come up and say that I failed, and this was the learning and which are the improvement areas. So now, taken the initiatives or taken the idea from there, I started implementing that in my HR department as well, that we will celebrate the failures. It's okay to fail, because failure is the next step of success. So I started putting a lot of stories in terms of failures as well. How did I fail, looking at taking at some initiative, and then what did we do to overcome it? So that kind of stories people will really like, and it will make your presence appealing, right? If I ask audience that how many of you have your LinkedIn profile, please write in comment section. And how many of you have not posted anything since last 3 months or 6 months, right? Many
No,
of
I think
us.
HR, you're typically doing the opposite because whenever I'm a job seeker, I will post only when I get a certification or a promotion or joining a new company. Only that I'll post. Rest of the time, I don't post. But
Yes.
you are telling the other way around of whenever I'm getting a failure, you can start posting. Is there something like you have posted in the past which triggered a lot of elements of networking and visibility, all that? Can you share something on that?
Yes, yes. I'll share my example, and I'll share one example I remember while we are talking. I just realized before 6 months, I think one girl posted her CV on LinkedIn, and she wrote beautifully. She just said that this is my profile, and I want inputs from all of you if you can share. And then the comment section,
Wow.
on people had written that she got job interview calls. At least I'm not sure she got job,
Wow.
but the way she is written, because it's okay. Now people are not looking for perfection. People are looking for
Correct.
real, because
Yes.
gyan and everything you will be able to get on a lot of social media and chat gpt on AI tools. People are looking
Correct.
for something real. So now post something so that people will feel that they know you before they meet you, right? And it has
Original
happened.
intelligence. Original
Yes.
intelligence instead of artificial intelligence. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Because when you go out and people will say that I read your post on Men's Day, I read your post on International Women's Day,
Right.
and it was really appealing, right? And then you feel that okay, I'm doing something which is really helping. And I would say don't go and check on how many likes and comments I'm getting. That's okay. Your
Correct.
work is to post a job, right? Some or
Yes.
the other day it will reach to the audience where you wanted to make your presence live, right? So this
Mhm.
is my take on this. So if in
Yeah,
order to
Harsha.
grab,
Yeah. So being HR, we will not leave as it is. So we will be getting a juice out of your experience dealing with job seekers, how you are reviewing the profile, somebody applying to your company or somebody whom you are hunting on LinkedIn. What are the key sections you will look at it, and how do you shortlist a profile based on your LinkedIn profile? Any 4 or 5 points can you advise to your the audience so that they'll be little doing a checklist in their LinkedIn profile? So some 4 or 5 sections of LinkedIn where you keep checking for screening. What is that 5 6 things?
yes, yes. So as I said that there will be thousands of applications, and now the time is like that because I saw people who are looking for job opportunity, and even if I'm looking for opportunity, my CV would not be updated, but my LinkedIn profile will be updated, right? And
Yes.
many senior profile they will not ask your CV also. Now, if
Yeah.
you're going for a meeting, they'll ask just send me a LinkedIn code or LinkedIn link, right? So now your LinkedIn profile needs to be updated. Your about section, I would say that don't just copy paste from anywhere, because as I
Okay.
said that chat GPT or a lot of AI tools will hold all the details, right? Write what you connect with, the cause which you care for. For example, I have written a blog on diversity and inclusion. It was like how do we implement boardroom ready program and everything, which has nothing to do with my next job opportunity, but I really liked. And then I could easily collaborated with a lot of women's development programmers as well, because they approach me from there. And similarly, I see that okay, GS Kumar is doing a lot of podcast. Okay, I don't know whether he is looking out for change, I don't know, right? But then if I know that he is working on such initiatives, I saw his podcast on LinkedIn or on YouTube. So maybe he is working in such kind of areas where if I need a training in my training, I need to conduct training in my organization, I can easily approach him. So this is a passive marketing. So
Bro.
prepare your profile and don't just write what you do, right? Why you are doing, what impacts it is going to make, then what causes you are caring for, right? What thoughts you are having. So put your thoughts in a very creative way. And I'm not just saying that, right? You just need to post only, right? You can comment on the causes which you care about. You can write answers on LinkedIn, because there are a lot of questions which LinkedIn throws
Right.
majority of the time. So then it will show that okay, you know this concept very well, and you never know that one single line, right, will give you that opportunity. You will lend to that opportunity, because presence equal to opportunity and absence is equal to miss the chances.
Wow.
So
Okay.
so I would say that you be present. I'm not saying that you need to be famous. You just need to be found out. You, if people go and type H Shah or GS Kumar or Ankur, right? People should be understanding what H is, what an individual is doing, right? Not just she is a CHRO or head HR, but she takes care of a lot of other things. So, and what kind of personality I belong to, that everything your LinkedIn profile will be able to give you. So don't just copy paste. I've seen people who are working as a general manager or director, then they'll go to some other's post and then they'll copy all the content. This will not be able to help. This is not going to help, because your profile will be very good, but it is not related to you. So write what you think. Write what are your thoughts. I wrote and it's not necessary to always write about you, right? You can write about your experiences, your team members. One of my team member is a national level cricket player, right? He won a match at a state level, and I wrote with his photographs. We posted entire details that how was his experience and everything. We interviewed him at our organization, and then we found a little bit of similarity between management and cricket, management and a sport. And that post went really viral, because people will love to read such kind of stories, new facts and figures, everything. So what are the initiatives which you are posting, what kind of stories you are bringing, how consistent you are. Don't just think that okay, I did not get any like. Okay, it's okay to get 10,000 likes, it's okay to get 1,000 likes, or one like or no like. Don't go back and check it. It is not our work. Our work is to just deliver. Our work is to just share what we are experiencing. That's what I
Super,
think.
absolutely bang on. That is the hands-on experience you're dealing with LinkedIn and various other summits where you're giving a lot of value addition to the entire community. So I think this clay framework is something makes a lot of sense, and the original intelligence, whatever we have to show, it is a time to show, because more and more we are moving to the automation, and the artificial intelligence is moving completely into a different direction where a lot of people are losing jobs. So obviously, when we have LinkedIn in our hand, we have to capitalize to the fullest so that we show our original intelligence, positioning, branding, so that we get more and more opportunities. So thank you so much for joining this Sunday and sharing your valuable time. And hopefully we will see you in the next sessions as well. Thank you so much. And
Thank
audience, if you have comments for Heksha's opinion on various elements, you can post your comment on the LinkedIn comments. And you can also post, have you changed your headline more than 3 times? If yes, put it yes in the comment box and post your questions to HR. Thank you so much joining HR.
thank you.
Yeah. Moving on, once we have a standout profile branding and have an understanding about a serious presence on our LinkedIn profile, it is the time to post, directly writing post, newsletter, polls, or whatever. So one of the key element in writing is we don't know what to write and what kind of elements we'll have to post during our LinkedIn. So I'm happy to welcome Advocate Sonali Satpathy, who comes from a legal background where one of the major element in terms of the legal fraternity is they cannot advertise, right? So the only area which they can use is organical content, organical consulting, speaking events, multiple things where the original strength and projections skills can be showcased. Um, Sonali, tell us what is your experience in dealing with LinkedIn, and you might be dealing with a lot of clients who are handling multiple struggles, pain points in their legal fight, all that. So, just wanted to understand what do you do first of all, and what are all various areas you are into. So from there, we will start our discussion.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, first of all. So, getting to your question, my core area of practice goes around sexual harassment, child sexual offenses, and other forums. And specifically, as of the current scenario, majorly we deal with the industries facing some or the other bad debts, or they have their money stuck somewhere. There are debts which are not being able to be recovered. So, those are some of the prime areas that we are dealing with as of now. And speaking of the restriction that we have, being an advocate, being a legal person, we are not allowed to advertise. We cannot advertise our services, or we cannot post those, what we say, the ads and everything. So, all the
Right.
option that we have left is going organically and passing on the knowledge.
Yes.
So, when we do that stuff, अगर मैं daily daily, if every day I go on कि मैं सिर्फ कुछ ना कुछ educate करती रहूँ, or I'll keep on posting educative content, people generally get bored because they are not willing to get that gyan from LinkedIn. What they are searching
Right.
is for is solutions,
Solution.
right? So if I have an issue, I have some issue with going on with my organization or with an individual self, I will not be looking for gyan. For that, we
Okay.
have Google. They'll just put up their questions and they have got their answers. And even Google has improvised. So एक summarized ज्ञान आ जाता है कि these are the options that you have, and suggest a legal counsel or something, you can go ahead. So what we have to do is we have to make our content in such an engaging manner so that people are encouraged to read it. So the very first pain point is you need to address the issue that is going on. Like when
Okay.
we speak
Okay.
of sexual if I speak of sexual harassment, so the major pain point for the industries is how to implement it, how will the committees be formed, what are the procedures, what are the steps, how much of the compliance as an industry have we to follow. So those are the pain points of the industries. Speaking of the individual perspective, they are not aware how to find out the committee members, they are not aware how to find out the local committee or how is it functional at the district level, what are the other options that they have. So there are many questions. So
Got
when
you.
I
Got you.
go
One
ahead,
question for you is what kind of a LinkedIn post make your clients or even bosses in the various MNCs want to reach out to you? You have an experience that you posted a content and immediately some of your potential clients are reaching out to you either through
yes.
newsletter or a poll or post, whatever it is. What is your personal experience been on LinkedIn? So when you posted something, they only reached out to you. Is there any experience out of it?
Yes, so I post on the major issues specifically. My entire core area, yeah, my entire LinkedIn profile is based on addressing the concerns. So I
Okay.
keep on focusing one concern at a time. So if today,
Hmm.
this week, I have focused on the compliances for the industries. So I'll step by step every day take one compliance that is needed for the industries and how it is going to help them. So I have created a remix of the post. Like I will not post generalized content. I will make it in a somewhat dialogue based, yeah, some Bollywood style, or I'll use some common catchy lines that we use it daily. So what happens is those dialogues get your post optimized. So it reaches to
Okay.
the right audience. अगर मेरे दिमाग में ये सवाल चल रहा है कि क्या करूं, so somewhere around the post my the word क्या करूं should be there in the post. So whenever you are searching for it, you get the answer, your post comes to them. So you reach the right audience. So I have never focused on how many likes I have got or how many engagement I
Wonderful.
have on my post. I've never focused on it.
Hmm.
All I focus is if today I have spoken with 3 clients and I have understood that
Hmm.
this is one of the major concern that they are facing, my entire
Hmm.
posting and everything will be focused on how do I address that concern.
Beautiful. Hmm.
So
No,
again,
that's what. See, when you say when you are in LinkedIn, it is all towards strategic connections where they are decision makers, matured audience rather than the other audience. So, I mean, there's a reverse process which I'm seeing from your kind of a strategy where you understand because you are talking to a lot of people on various issues and that becomes a content idea for you because
yes,
we
yes,
all struggle content to search on Google and ChatGPT and we lose out our brain in creating content. But this is
creating
something you
content.
are telling a new strategy where you talk to people, understand their pain point, and do a reverse content. I think that's a new strategy which everybody can follow. So, is it better to write about only your struggles connecting to people, or you should only share your success? Like in the previous conversation, I was telling like everybody sharing only certifications, promotions, new job, all those things. So, what exactly is there any new wins you have shared, or any successes you shared in your LinkedIn? What is your thoughts?
So every time people are not concerned with your wins. So if you keep on
Okay.
focusing ki I have won this, yeah, I have achieved this, you will gradually lose your audience or maybe your
Okay.
target audience. I would say, like being a business owner, my audience is clients. Being a job seeker, I would want the industries to reach out to me. So today,
Hmm.
industries don't want perfectionists. So, like here, ma'am
Okay.
already addressed this. We are not looking for perfectionists who are good at everything because that is not at all possible. We want
Right.
to understand how you reach that avenue. So, if you have
Hmm.
reached a new certification, what all struggles you had to face? What were the learnings in the entire duration?
Hmm.
And
Hmm. Hmm.
like we say, if I have landed a new job, there is not ki
Hmm.
aaj maine apply kiya and yesterday, tomorrow I get a job. There will be
Hmm.
a series of rejections that I faced. What I learned
Correct.
from each rejection. So people are, especially for the job seekers, I would like to address. People are more interested. The industries are more interested to know how you address the failures and setbacks.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So, since if I speak specifically post COVID, every organization at some or the other point has seen some or the other setback. They have addressed some
Hmm.
or the other major issues. So, people are now more concerned how do you handle those issues? How you handle those concerns? So,
Hmm.
if you
Hmm.
are
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
posting, ki, I won this, I won that, I have received this, I have received that. So, that will organically lose your audience. So, better post the learning behind that achievement.
Hmm.
How
Hmm.
did you
Hmm. Hmm.
achieve that thing? That is, I mean, not if you're not, some people are not very much comfortable in sharing their failure stories. They are quite
Correct.
embarrassed about
Hmm.
it. They don't want to share it. But at least reject the failure part. Put on the learnings. Ki in the
Okay.
entire journey of how I received the certification of or how I completed my course or anything, put the learnings that you had behind it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
even in that case, that will be something which will have a reverse effect. People will get to know that you have learned so many things, not just the contents of the course. So people will gradually get to know that how you have gone ahead, how you have progressed in your career, rather than focusing on ki nahi, you had a target of achieving the certification for AI. Like we have a new trend. Everyone wants to do some of the other certification related to AI, but they are not focusing on understanding how AI mechanism works.
Right.
Today,
Right.
if you
Right.
use ChatGPT, you just put up key, prepare a LinkedIn post for me to showcase my new certification. The common words will be thrilled to share, elevate your social media presence. So it
Right.
is quite understandable that it is a ChatGPT post.
Right,
So
right, right, right.
obviously, in various social media platforms, even the specific post from ChatGPT, if it is understood, you lose your audience, you lose
True.
the organic reach. So
Hmm,
you
hmm,
need to,
hmm.
even if you are using ChatGPT, you need to train your ChatGPT in a manner
Right.
that the post is made in a way you would speak.
Hmm, hmm, hmm,
So
hmm.
today I am being seeing many posts. They achieve a new certification, and the common headline is thrilled to announce that I have received this new certification. People will
Right.
just see, maybe they will like, maybe they won't like, but it will not create the impact for which you are
Right.
posting it. If your intent is
Right.
only to showcase, you can always have a wall at your home, or you can just display all those things on your profile. But if you want people to reach out to you based on the achievement that you have received, based on the learning that you have received, you need to design your post in such a manner. Don't just write ki yes, I've got it.
Yeah, Sonali, in that, I have one question which is popping up. See, when you're sharing awards or achievements or certifications, don't you think you're projecting your thought leadership in the platform where all the matured audience are there? So, what are your thoughts about it?
So yes, posting awards, posting certifications, posting the recognitions is a good part, and obviously it is creating a positive impact. But like I said, not everyone is interested to know the impact that you have, just the degree that you have achieved, or just the award that you have achieved. They want to know what was the purpose of that award. Like today, we get
Hmm.
iconic awards, we get women entrepreneur awards, we receive a lot of certification. So if I am a legal professional, what was my need to have a certification related to the field of AI?
Hmm.
What will a
Hmm.
legal
Hmm.
professional do for an AI certification? Okay, it is okay if I'm using AI for my content, for my draftings and everything. But what was the
Hmm.
need for me to go for a certification? So that is the story people are more interested in.
Hmm.
An
Hmm.
HR
Hmm. Hmm.
professional posting on diverse fields, posting on accounting, on posting on various subjects. What was your intent behind that achievement? So that is more
Okay.
that matters.
So intention is more important rather than
Intent is
just
more important.
showcasing such Shankari. Okay,
Yes.
okay, makes sense, makes sense. So one question from your industry kind of thing. So like when you're looking at your profile, potential clients profile or somebody, what are the elements you will be looking at? Maybe you are stalking somebody on your potential clients, or you're screening to onboard somebody. So what exactly the key sections which you will look into at your LinkedIn profile when you're seeing others profile?
So my core not expertise, the only visual things that I take into account when I'm onboarding a new client is what are the pain points of those clients. So where are
Okay.
they struggling with? Because if a client is going on well, they have their entire setup going on established manner, so they will never look at you. If I just go
Hmm.
and pitch you, ki hire me as your legal counsel or a legal retainer, you're not going to entertain me. But if I know
Hmm.
your pain points or where you are struggling with, only then the client will be interested to even listen to me.
Right, right,
Keep aside hiring or onboarding you is a totally different aspect. But if you want somebody to listen to you, you need to understand what problems they are struggling with. A
right,
company,
right.
like when we focus on an industry, the major clients that I focus on are industries. So when I see an industry, I'm stalking an industry, or I'm meeting with professionals from that industry, no one is going to tell me that these are the areas that I'm struggling with. But when you speak
Correct.
to people, what kind of question frameworks that you design? If I directly ask you, आपको दिक्कत क्या हो रही है? There will be no dikkat ever. There is never any dikkat for
True,
anyone. So they will
true,
always say,
true.
nahi sab badhiya hai, all good, we are doing
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
we are doing that.
Very, very
So
sensitive information. I
yes,
cannot change. I change.
you
Huh?
cannot change that. So you need to address
Hmm.
your question in a manner that the client puts out that information to you without even you asking it. So then when
Okay.
you know the problem statement, only then you can provide a solution that I can help you with this, and how will my help benefit you. So only then the
Okay.
client will look forward to communicating with you and then go ahead to onboard you.
Okay, so one key takeaway for your industry, especially advocates industry, where they are, as you rightly said, you cannot advertise
Yes.
legally and all that. So, but there are into various platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and multiple other platforms where they are trying to give consultation and looking for clients, potential clients, and all that. So, what is your advice to your legal industry about LinkedIn? That how they can capitalize this particular platform to create a visibility, branding, positioning for themselves, because there are a lot of advocates who are really really skillful, right?
Yeah.
And they were not visible because when we are searching, they are not available on LinkedIn. So what is your best advice to your advocate fraternity on how they have to capitalize LinkedIn, and what is your success stories in dealing with this?
So, begin with the thing that I have done since the time I have my LinkedIn profile since say 2016-17, but I was not very much aware how to leverage LinkedIn or how to use it to the best benefit. So all I was used to do is use it like a Facebook, open kiya, check kiya, close kar diya. So
Okay.
since the time I have started leveraging LinkedIn, all I do is I find out the core area, maybe my expertise, and what is the problem in the market related to that expertise, and I
Okay.
create content based on that. Previously, I used
Hmm.
to create content myself. Then we have the chat GPT and other AI tools. We take the help of those tools and we create content that people can easily relate to. अगर
Hmm.
मुझे कोई दिक्कत है today, if I'm looking for something कि how to use the right prompts for generating a proper content from chat GPT, so I will be searching for such post, and if I find some content relevant and in a manner that I can easily understand, I will immediately relate to that post. So since the day
Hmm.
I have started
Why
leveraging
do you
LinkedIn, that is
think
what I've done.
why do you think advocates should come to LinkedIn comparing to Instagram and Facebook?
The entire fraternity, the entire industrial fraternity, or the people who are genuinely looking for solutions or maybe genuinely looking for their professional growth, they are based at LinkedIn. They are not
Okay.
on Facebook, they are not on Instagram. You will have good engagement on Instagram, you will have good engagement on Facebook, but people who want to reach out to you are sitting on the LinkedIn. So
Right. Right.
you
Right.
need to use LinkedIn to solve them, to address them, to reach out to them, not directly just
Hmm.
cold calling messages or anything. You just advertise your core area. Advertise in the sense, this if my core area of practice is civil, so day in and day out when I'm practicing in the market, I actually know what is the pain points in the market, what the
Hmm.
people are struggling with when they are dealing with the civil cases, or what are the major myths in the market. इफ आई एम स्पीकिंग ऑफ माई फ्रेटर्निटी, एक कॉमन मिथ है कि सिविल केसेस बहुत लंबे चलते हैं, सिविल
Hmm.
केस में पढ़ना ही नहीं चाहिए, बट देर आर वेरियस अदर truths about this particular statement. So if
Right.
someone, some advocate who is specializing in the civil matters, who has a good expertise in that matter, the person can use the platform to close those myths. They can just counter it with the truth. Okay, this is the myth that
Wonderful.
you have been struggling with, and this is the truth behind it. And if you want to generally focus on the truth, reach out to the right counsel or reach out to your friend who is a counsel and get your solutions. So you are
Right.
not
Right.
directly calling out कि आ जाओ मेरे पास मुझसे बात करो. You
Hmm.
are
Hmm.
suggesting people कि go and talk to people who are in the same
Right.
field, and they will guide you with the various alternatives that you can have. So you actually
So
take
it's a good media for you. It will act as a PR where you can educate people on the wrong attitude of legal fraternity, or the suggestions which you can post, because a lot of people are looking for suggestions from
yes,
thought leaders, right?
yes,
Second thing is the best advantage of LinkedIn is only 1% of people are creating content, that too consistently. So
yes,
if you take Instagram and Facebook, there is huge lot of crowds where you will be one among thousand advocates or thousand legal counsels, where you will be losing in the entire crowd. But here, when you are more and more consistent, like how you are posting on a regular basis on suggestions, pain points, and multiple other things, the visibility which you are creating cannot be duplicated by any other advocates, because they are
yes,
not
yes.
around in the platform. So that's the major competitive advantage when we are playing around LinkedIn. So thank you so much for joining us today on a very Sunday, where you are taking rest after multiple, discussing my multiple pain points from Monday to Saturday. And thank you for joining us, giving a lot of value additions in the last 15 minutes, which will surely benefit the audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Moving on, once we have created a profile and once we have started writing the post, it is adding to the right people, which makes a lot of sense, because without the right audience, or without mm, the right strategy connections, we may not be in a position to reach out to the right people. So I'm happy to welcome Mr. Kadiravan, VP HR Bajaj Capital, who's been into the legal vertical for, HR vertical for a very, very long time, screening a lot of people on a daily basis, shortlisting and interviewing people for a very, very long time. So I just want to understand from Mr. Kadirvan, like, what do you do? Like, what is your position, and what is your company's desk in few seconds, and then we will discuss about who will be the right audience to add in our LinkedIn. Mr. Kadirvan, happy to welcome you. You can introduce yourself. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Kumarji. Good morning, everyone. I'm so blessed and happy to be part of this amazing platform today. And let me introduce myself. My name is Kajiravan. I'm here. I'm with the industry for last 13 plus years. I worked with BFSI, NBFC, and fintech space. Currently, I'm working with Bajaj Capital. Is one of the largest wealth management firm in India. Currently, we are operating with 300 plus strong branches, close to 110 cities. We are operating close to 5,000 plus manpower across India. So my role start with hire to retire. So that's about me. And yeah, Mr. Kumar.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you so much for joining on a Sunday, having got a busy schedule. So my area of is like adding to the right people, because when you are adding random people to your LinkedIn connections, our LinkedIn post will obviously will have a lesser traction or lesser engagement. So, in your opinion, how do you think, like, should you add the right people when you are into hiring or job seeking, or if you are into business, like what kind of a right connections you add, and typically into the HR domain, when you will be bombarded with a lot of connection requests. So, how do you accept those connection requests, or whom do you reject based on your experiences in the past?
Yes, thank you. It's a very amazing question. Now, at present world, LinkedIn is a very important network platform, especially for the professionals. So there is no right or right answer here. Like if I talk about the LinkedIn platform, whom you are targeting, right? Who you are targeting, it's all about it's aligned with the purpose. If I talk about my own perception, I always think have a clear reason why I want to connect this person. What is the reason? What kind of industry are they? That's a very important reason I will find out. Second thing is, we have to be a personalize your message whenever you are connecting any of our leaders or the businessmen. We have to send a personalized message that will help them to allow, right? They help them to accept your things. Personalized message will give you more added advantage. Third thing is, we have to be very respectful on the LinkedIn platform. The more you are engaging with the person instead of just pitching your product, that will make your receiver to discomfort. So that's a very important thing. Follow ethic. It is always important that we have to follow the ethic on the LinkedIn platform. Be respectful. And certain thing we always avoid, instead of having a quantity of connection, we should always have a quality of connection that will help you to shine your career and promote your branding. So that is always I believe in. And benefits, yes, there are a lot of benefits are there in LinkedIn platform. Open door opportunities. Now, as a HR professional, I always, whether the hirings are happening or not, I always, start sharing my success stories as well as whatever engagement activities are happening in our company. Always start sharing. It will create a branding. So branding will help our company to reach next level, right? So provide opportunities with the leader. So we have to connect the leader with the right way. So these are all the things will really help are connected to get more benefited.
Sure, sure, sure. When somebody is reaching out to you, what kind of a major element you will be looking at in their connection request? Because being into HR, they will be asking, do you provide this job, that job? Can you refer me here or there? So there will be multiple connection requests, and some people
Yes.
will be very very weird in sending empty requests and immediately getting into, okay, sir, can you provide a job? Okay, so how do you look at it, and what is your suggestions to the job seekers who are connecting to HR, and what kind of messaging they have to use when they send a message to the HR? What is your thoughts?
Yes, always I strongly believe that clear outreach is very, very important. Your message should be very concise instead of having a template message. As Madam said, I'm so thrilled, right? So that we should not have a kind of, ready-made message we should not send. We should send a concise message to the recruiter. What kind of role are they looking at? So this will really help recruiter to respond their question. in a better way. Also,
Sure, sure,
also
sure.
have a 10 to 15 lines with a clear understanding what actually they're looking from recruiter side, what kind of role they're looking for, what kind of location are they looking at, and what kind of salary are they, what kind of salary they're expecting, what is the notice period. So they have to give a clear information to the people so that the recruiter will give them a right information then and there.
Okay, okay. So when you are reviewing your profile for hunting for your own organization, let's say a leadership profile you are looking, let's say a country head, let's say a regional manager, what are the key elements you will be looking at a LinkedIn profile wherein you see, okay, let me shortlist this profile. So any key elements you look into the LinkedIn profile?
See, every leadership profile has a clear job description. This is always help. We will match the job description with the clear with their profiles, and we will also see their achievement. We will also see their industry or they belongs to. So these are all the key elements we always look at. If the profile
Okay.
is matching, definitely we connecting them. We will start getting their profile and we'll start interacting with them. So nowadays,
Okay, so
most of the
typically, which
hirings
is
are
the
happening
best
through LinkedIn
element?
platform.
Which is the best element you will be looking at LinkedIn that, okay, this is a good guy to follow? Is it a banner or a headline or a photo or a feature section?
It's all about mixture of everything. Like photo, it's not a best thing we are looking at. We always look at the certification we have done, the achievement the person has done, and current role which he is handling. So it's a mixture of everything.
Mhm. Right, right, right. And how do you see recommendations? Recommendation received from other people on their LinkedIn profile. Do you validate those kind of elements?
Recommendation, actually, we certain roles we always look at recommendation, like who has given a recommendation. It's all about who has given. Certain people always
Mm-hmm.
sticking their own team member to give a recommendation. So that will not
Right,
help.
right.
But who has given the
Okay,
recommendation, right? That will give a
okay,
more impact. Suppose if
okay,
some
okay,
CXO
okay.
level people have given a recommendation, so that will give more
Mhm.
advantages. So normally unknown people will
Mhm.
not give a recommendation. Those who worked with
Right.
them, those who known them 10 years, 15 years, those people only will give a strong recommendation. So that we firmly believe it.
Oh. Fine, fine, fine. So, one final question will be like, which are all the various groups an HR or talent acquisition guy will join to look into various profiles? Is there any specific LinkedIn groups where you hunt for profiles for this thing, or what kind of suggested LinkedIn groups you should join so that you create more visibility to get into connecting with HR people?
HR, especially we have a global HR. Many HR groups are available in market every day. Even I have close to 50 plus groups. I'm my presence is there. So every day we are getting a lot of requested. So, but my intention is why we are connecting with the groups. The major intention is the enhancing our knowledge, branding our ourselves as well as our company to the next level. And at the
Hmm.
same time, we are what are posters we are preparing in terms of opportunity, we are start socializing them, right? So these are the groups are helping us to get certain profiles, relevant profiles. Actually, we are hiring more sales team members. Most of the people are there in Naukri and other social medias. Few people are there in
Hmm.
LinkedIn platform. Most of the leadership hiring, we are only relying on the LinkedIn platform.
Okay.
Whenever we are putting the leadership portion, suddenly we are started getting more responses through LinkedIn platform. So LinkedIn is the amazing network. I have close to 10,000 plus connection, close to 9,000 plus followers,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
So always before accepting our network, people always look for mutual friends.
Right, right, right. Okay, okay. Can you suggest
That
what
will
are
help.
the openings you have right now so that it will benefit our audience? What kind of roles you are hiring right now? Can you put it in the comment box?
Yes, yes, definitely. I will do it. I will make it very simplest way. Like currently, across South and East India, we are hiring a relationship manager with a very good background from the industry, like any insurance or any advisory firms or any mutual fund background or any kind of banking industry, FD seller, like a selling background. So those people definitely will help us, our company. We are looking from experience from 2 to 10 years of experience with a salary range of from 4 to 10 lakh rupees we are giving. Our company is not only giving the salary, we are giving every 6 months once appraisal. We are giving a
Mhm.
fast track growth. If the person is performing, we are helping the person to grow within the company. Our company,
Wonderful.
many people are with us for more than 15 plus, 20 plus years of experience. So we
Wonderful,
have created
wonderful.
a very good
So
culture that is called enrich culture.
help our followers to get some opportunities in your company through this media and sessions which we are conducting. So post your jobs openings in the comment section so that whoever is viewing this particular live session, they get benefited to us. So thank you so much for joining us today on a Sunday, having very, very busy schedules at a HR role, morning to Saturday. Like there are a lot of events, but you still made it a point to join us today. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Moving on, now that we have understood what kind of a content is expected from a HR in terms of messaging or posting or kind of a groups, multiple other things. Now writing becomes so easy, so a left-hand job through the help of ChatGPT, Grok, and multiple AI tools, where even people who had struggles in the past on how to write the content, now they have started using ChatGPT to project themselves as a thought leader. So moving on to the next segment, I'm happy to welcome Dr. Ankur Das Gupta. Happy to welcome, sir, marketer and ICF credited coach, joining us today. Thank you so much for joining, and you can introduce yourself on what you do and how is LinkedIn be there in your experience. Tell us about a short introduction about you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, GS. Let's bring in some energy. So I will bring in my intro a little bit later in the speech. And first of all, thanks to GS for enabling this. GS is simply inspiring. See, the way he's consistently, so mark my word, consistently making this initiative a grand success, a gradual success, right? Grateful for being part of this August panel. And I do hope our listeners benefit from all the insights and interesting thoughts by Heath, Advocate Sonali, and Kathir Ravan. And I would start by saying before my intro, success is a sum of small efforts, right? Repeated day in and day out. So more than tactics, be it LinkedIn, be it social, be it anything else, what's essential is consistency. Like going to the gym, right? Building a garden, nurturing a plant. If you plant a seed and just leave it, it may not work. If you go to the gym one day and you think, no, I will build my body or build a such a kind of an athletic body in the next 1 month, but I'll go one day, it won't happen, right? These are gradual changes. So I will correlate this metaphor once we talk about LinkedIn. So as of Q2 2025, GS already mentioned about India numbers. LinkedIn has surpassed 1.09 billion users worldwide. So imagine the power of LinkedIn at growing at 8.4, about 8.4 or 8.5% growth from the previous year. So the platform is seeing almost, if you see, 2 new members joining every second. So imagine the force and power of it, reinforcing a global expansion. India is ranking about, I think, what I read, second in the user base size with about 128, almost 128 million users and a 10%, almost 10% year-on-year increase. So if you're looking at professional growth, your network is a form of your net worth, like the power of return on relationships, ROR, where LinkedIn is a gold mine. A little bit about myself, marketing practitioner, ICF accredited PCC professional certified coach. My niche is leadership, communication, and business. I have been grateful to have been felicitated with a national level award, Dr. Abdul Kalam Award, Inspiration Award last year, which happened at Bharat Mandapam. It's been 25 years of journey, and I feel I am still learning, and it's every day is a new beginning and a new opportunity. And that's it. Yes, please feel free to ask the next question.
Super happy to host you, and I think you've been tremendously doing a lot of activities, and super happy to seeing all those posts in last 1 week. My question to you will be on the tools which can be used for LinkedIn, because especially writing and contributing on LinkedIn makes much more sense, as you rightly pointed out. So, in your experience, what kind of tools, external tools or internal tools, especially for the posting, because LinkedIn comes with a wide variety of posting options, writing from videos, carousels, polls, text-based information, videos, multiple short videos, long videos. Even this one, it's a podcast where we are doing. So this is a form of content. So what are the various tools which you have utilized for posting content, which have given a good success for your projection as a thought leader? Your views, please.
See, such a wonderful question, GS. And to my audience, see, I would like to say, I've worked with Times of India, India Today, Yahoo, a lot of media and communications marketing. And I'm grateful to have worked there because I realized the first question that we ask ourselves whenever we do brainstorming sessions is, who is our target audience? So today, if somebody from our audience says, "Hey, I want to write a book," fine, but who are you writing for? Who is your audience? Who do you want that book to read? Right? Similarly, LinkedIn is a powerhouse, is a gold mine of building your persona, the way people would want to perceive you. So the tools have to be utilized with respect to that. It can be like, oh, there are so many tools. Let's try one Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Let's try different tools. No. Now, if I am positioning myself, let's talk about myself only, then it's a relevant example. I was a marketer. Now I'm gradually wearing two broad different hats, marketer and a coach. Right now, coaching is a very broad term. वो तो coach है, वो तो mentor है, वो तो trainer है. Everybody uses coach, mentoring, training, counseling in the same breath. Oh, you will coach and mentor me? I said no. I will either coach you or mentor you. There is a hell lot of difference between the two words, right? Most people don't realize that. Likewise, when I have to position myself, my sole purpose is understanding who is my target audience, right? So defining my target audience, which will gradually evolve also. Not that I say my target audience is apple and bananas, so apple and bananas remain for the next 10 years. No, I will bring an orange and a chiku also gradually, but for that I have to stay relevant. Why would somebody want to see chiku, right?
Yes.
So I will share 5 actionable strategies, right? Tools coming to LinkedIn. So building your profile. Number 1 point, please audience note it down. Number 1 point, start with the basics. If your profile photo, I've seen many people put a profile photo with sunglasses on and standing like this. Now I'm like, this is not Facebook, right? Then there is a header image on top where you can utilize that very well. Now people leave that either empty or put a scenery picture in that. I also did that once, many years back. I put a Northern Lights image in that, and I was like, oh, this is a nice place to put an image. So let's put Northern because I like Northern Lights. So I put Northern Lights image. Then I realized no, everything is there for a purpose, right? It is not about preaching. It is about when somebody opens the profile of GS, that person will exactly know, okay, this person specializes in this.
Yes.
I would love to connect with him because of many reasons. I love his vibe. I love the way he has done his career journey. I love the way he posts. I love the communication he posts on LinkedIn. So it's a combination. So point number 1 is professional photo, compelling headline, engaging summary, building your custom URL, right? Everything you can do. It's a matter of spending about half an hour or 1 hour in thinking through. Now, when you do that, don't think that this is the only thing that will remain there for the next 1 or 2 years. If there is something additional you want to change your ad, because there is a character limit in headline. So today, if I have some new accomplishment, I got to balance that out. Okay, I have the option to move an accomplishment from the headline. I'm talking about a headline. Include another, new accomplishment. So headline, professional photo, engaging summary, custom URL. Now, engaging summary is one thing. People understand this. The summary, it's not for you. The summary is for people. So the summary is like, I am this, I am that, I am this. No. So I am this, I am that is fine. But what are you referring to? With that accomplishment, will you be able to help somebody in some way? Right. So when somebody says, I ask, okay, what do you do? I'm a digital marketer. So then my next question is straightforward when I do interviews. So what in digital marketing do you do? And that's a very difficult question because digital marketing is an ocean. Now, if people say that, oh, I know how to run, performance ads on Facebook and Google. Is that digital marketing? That's all. There is no SEO. There is no organic. There is no reach, frequency, optimizations. There's a lot of things that go into it. So you have to understand the ecosystem. But likewise, understand the ecosystem of LinkedIn. Point number 2. Yes, I will probably take another 1 minute to arrive at point number 5 also. Share valuable and relevant content. Right. So once you understand who is your target audience, you will need to understand, do calculated experiments. Not that everything will work out. Some posts you will get nobody engaging, some posts you will get some little bit engagement. What is important is everything is now algorithm driven. right? How many people know that there is a algorithm called edge rank? So you can search it out. What is edge rank? The reason why Facebook, LinkedIn's of the world, and Facebook was, I recall Facebook was the one to introduce that. Edge rank is an algorithm that if you post something on, say, take a platform, Facebook or LinkedIn or anywhere else, now only a certain number of people in your network will be able to view that. And what is that number? 1%. So if you have 200 people, it will be 1% of the people who are actually seeing it. You will think what? Oh, I have 500 people in my network, so all the 500 would have seen my post. No, it does not happen that way, right? That is the reason why folks like giants like Facebook, LinkedIn introduced an algorithm. How will they earn otherwise, right? Edge rank. So now you will have to pump in monies to push. That is called performance marketing, which brands do, right? I'm saying this because understanding organic takes time. Organic needs patience. Organic needs experimentation. So if you say 5 days I posted, Ankur, nothing is working here. Now I feel bored. I won't post for the next 5 days and see. No. So that is the thing. Now, two more points: build and nurture your network strategically. So nurturing the network is strategically, join relevant groups, targeted, connections, and then showcase your expertise through your leadership skills. Like it could be long form articles, it could be your speaking engagements, it could be the mentoring or coaching you're doing, it could be the testimonials. If anybody is sharing with you, you could take the permission of that person and post those testimonials. And last piece, in the next 30 seconds, if we want to utilize all the tools on LinkedIn, like newsletter option, there's a poll option, you can post carousels, you can post a white paper, you can do polls like, you can do sessions like we are doing right now. Everything should be formed into a content calendar.
True,
Right.
true.
So
It's not randomly thinking 3 o'clock. I wake up at the night and then say, okay, I like this post and that post. Rather than make it as a monthly schedule so that you have a consistency in the entire calendar.
Correct. So build a content calendar, like treat yourself as a brand. Say, okay, I am a brand. So if I want to build content calendar for the month of July, so every week I will do 3 posts. 2 posts will be a static post with an image. 2 posts will be polls. 2 posts will be videos, animated, and use Canva. Yeah, there are multiple tools. All you don't need any coaching and any tools. I'm telling you, everybody has the power of just search top 10 AI tools free. Use the free version, see what is working for you. Then if you like it, spend some money and get the paid version. And then experiment. At least 3 to 4 months will go into efforts and experimentation. Then people will join your network gradually. People will want to connect with you because people know that you're what kind of value. Look, we are all about value. If I'm connected with GS today, GS is connected with me, we're in this panel, we all know that there is some value we'll be getting out of each other. So that is my 2 cents, GS, if I answered correct prominently.
Max, the maximum 2%, 200% of information you have given in the very, very short time. So one key element or metrics which we analyze when the clients are coming to us is the social selling index, which we give it to them to understand where do they stand. So that element is free of cost. When you Google and get this information, you will get this information on where do you stand. So from there, you'll have to scale up. I'm just putting in the chat box social selling index. Google it and open your LinkedIn and check where you are right now. If your scoring is below 70, then obviously you will have to scale up to the 70 so that you are discoverable, searchable from your potential audience. So that's one key insight from our side during this session. So thank you so much, Dr. Ankur, joining on this Sunday, sharing a very, very valuable input to our audience, and hoping to see a lot of sessions in the coming months. Thank you so much for joining.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Moving on to one of the element which we see is a lot of independent directors who are coming into LinkedIn platforms where they are trying to project the thought leadership, because a lot of people, a lot of job seekers, when they cross about 15 years, 20 years, the possibility of getting consulting opportunities or remote based opportunities or they will be wishing to go more and more into mentoring, supporting the startups and people who want to set up their GCC in India. For those people, there are a lot of opportunities on LinkedIn. So I'm happy to welcome Mr. Suresh Kurwani, who is into a GCC specialist, independent director, handling multiple organizations, giving consulting to people who are looking for a GCC setup in India. So happy to welcome Mr. Suresh on a Sunday and having got a family thing going on, and still you made it a point that you contribute and share. Thank you so much for joining, and introduce yourself, who you are, what you do to our audience, and then we will move on to the next session.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Kumar. It's a pleasure being on your platform. And as others have said, you are a guy with a great energy and doing a good job. I mean, a great job here, I would say. So, to give a brief background about myself, I am a partner in a Indian services firm called Wizen Technologies, and I'm the founding partner. And this we are in 10 years into the operations, and we started from zero, and we are like 400 plus crore company. Plus, we are like nearly 1,500 employees. So, me and my other partners, we have done, I would say, a great job. And coming to LinkedIn, just to give a background about myself on LinkedIn, my LinkedIn account is as old as LinkedIn as a company itself. I opened this account
Okay.
the time the company started. Maybe within a few months, the LinkedIn started. Okay. And I've been using LinkedIn since then. And so that's a little intro about myself.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you very much for joining. And I'm sure we've been working last 6 months on the LinkedIn aspects of it. So, what are the key transformation you have seen in your LinkedIn in terms of your online presence? Because for an independent director, it's the online presence globally makes a lot of sense because for other people it may not be a greater element, but for independent director consulting worldwide on setting up GCC, it's very, very crucial to have online digital presence. So, how your LinkedIn has transformed to a online PR agency or online presence activity? Your experience in the last 6 months, please.
Yes, Kumar, as you said, LinkedIn is my PR agency now. Okay, after you got associated and you started boosting, helping me set up my LinkedIn. So one thing that I took for granted is that since I've been on LinkedIn for so long, I just kept in touch, sent, connect requests to people I meet, and then they become my connections. And then I update my LinkedIn profile as and when there is any changes in my career paths, any new companies, new associations. So that went on. And I thought I was doing fine, but after some time, this continued the same way, slow growth. Then I met Mr. Kumar almost like 6 months back, and then he told me what he does. And then I very skeptically agreed to his proposal. I'm being frank here, right? Thinking, "Oh, what can you do? Yeah, I know LinkedIn, everything. What is the big deal?" Then I realized as I started working with Kumar, the depth and of how well you can utilize LinkedIn as a PR platform. And the moment Kumar started, improving my profile on the LinkedIn, he added all, and as he was doing it, I started realizing the power of all the recommendations and changes that Mr. Kumar is recommending there, right? And then all of a sudden, since then, there is an explosion of number of people who wants to connect to me. It's like literally every week I get 2, 3, 4 connections, and I started a newsletter, and then within a matter of I think 3 months, my newsletter subscription has gone up to nearly 1,000 people, which I never expected.
Wow, wow,
Right?
wow. Okay.
It's about around 800, 900 people. If I go check, it might have crossed 900 now. So I'm sure within a month or so, it will cross 1,000 also very easily. And I never, of course, I can't say I knew about what LinkedIn can do for me, but I also cannot say that I didn't know what LinkedIn can do for me, because I thought it was a public platform. Once your profile is there, someone's going to come take a look. No, what I realized is there's a lot of algorithms that's running behind, which is what Mr. Kumar is an expert in. And then he has, it looks like a teeny weeny little change or suggestion or an action, but that brings a big transformation in what happens on the platform. So being well, once in the beginning when LinkedIn started, and I opened my account there. I thought, yes, now, I mean, earlier before that, I started my career about 35 years back, before even internet was there. Okay, and some of the components of technology I have worked in is working right now as we are speaking. And the core components of networking is there here. And then when LinkedIn, and during those days, the way you used to go around is, by word of mouth or by looking at something on the newspaper and sending an email at the max, or even a physical letter. And I thought, now LinkedIn is there. Now we put my resume here. Everybody can see. Wow, I see. It is that feeling. But as the time has progressed, what I notice is there are so many profiles and so many people on LinkedIn. Catching the attention of the right person and the right company and the right team is very, very important. And that is where I think Kumar has helped me doing that. And
Sure.
this
So
is a
one final question is like, which are the people who you help in terms of GCC setup in India, so that the audience know that what do you do, and you can share your newsletter in the comment section so that everybody can subscribe, because I think there are a lot of value addition you are providing in the newsletter, which needs
yeah.
to get reached out to the right set of people. So what do you help your potential clients in setting up GCC? You can just give an idea about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So any company anywhere in the world where they have their operations locally, and they want to explore and exploit the Indian talent base, and they want to set up their operations here, I'll be able to help them set up the operation end to end, right from the day they say, yes, how do we start, till the day it is fully operational. And even if they want to have 1,000 people working in the GCC in India, and all of them well integrated with their global operations, with all their, the 50 or 100 countries wherever their operations are, and make sure that the things are delivered from India at a very high quality, and at the same time a lot of cost savings, because it's much cheaper to run this. And second thing is also, companies, a lot of GCs have gone into kind of a slumber mode, which have opened like 10-20 years ago. If the value addition that those GCs are bringing in has kind of fallen down, if they need any help in reviving their GCC and making them productive and going great, there also I can help. So this is the kind of areas I can help. And I worked in almost all my life with multiple GCCs. The first GCC was at Texas Instruments, and I was part of that. And I also helped set up GCCs for a couple of startups, as well as I was one of the founder members of GCC for Hewlett Packard earlier, and even Siemens. So this is my GCC background.
Super. Happy to host you on this day, wherein you have shared a lot of value addition in terms of LinkedIn, because a lot of people are not aware about LinkedIn's power, wherein they can globally capture a lot of B2B clients, especially. But they think that, okay, it is only Chennai which I'm doing business, or Bangalore I'm doing business, and the scope very is limited. But LinkedIn, when it is coming, it is the global platform where you can capture any client from US, UK, Australia, Dubai, wherein I think that particular opportunity has been popped up because of your role as an independent director. You were able to connect with the right overseas people where you captured those kind of things. So thank you so much for your valuable inputs, and you can share your newsletter link in the comment section so that everybody can follow and get to know more about GCC, because in the LinkedIn trends, at least every single week there is one topic about GCC where they provide a lot of trending news and all that. So it will be more helpful for the audience when you can engage with those kind of newsletter, giving some information about GCC and how it can help them. Thank you so much for joining, sir.
Thank you, Kumar. I will definitely post the link. And thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
So thank you so much. And moving on to the next panel member, we will be talking about sharing wins authentically. This platform is being more and more projected for personal branding, positioning, and thought leadership. That is the way a lot of leadership profiles has been given the newsletter thought process, multiple aspects where we project our thought leadership in a very structured, whereas we sequence manner. I'm happy to welcome Mr. Ruby Mantha, who's into a CEO kind of a profile where he's very busy in his schedule over Monday to Saturday, even Sunday, because he's working at a very multi-geography locations and having handling multiple verticals in a daily basis. Super happy to host you, Mr. Ruve, and thanks for joining us and giving your input here. I would like to understand who you are, what you do in your own words, because there are a lot of things I could not give a right set of information, but you can just give your own introduction and then we will move on to the next one. Yeah.
At the outset, thank you so much, GS. I think to the audience and also to everyone and also to you, the reason for me being here is GS. GS is actually is a powerful magnet. He brought me here. And actually, yesterday I was, we had a great conversation with the GS as well as the Rohit Kashyap. I think 2 days back regarding the testing and everything. I don't know. I don't know. I think if I would say, I instantly fell in love with GS. The kind of the way he put it and the way he is able to collaborate and also create, co-create, and collecting and connecting all of thought leaders like us and also my my respected previous panel members was nothing less than amazing. So thank you, GS, and thank you all for having me here. And at the outset, let me introduce myself. My name is Ruby Mantha. I work as a chief operating officer with one of the product engineering and a software development firm, and I'm also on the board of advisor for another couple of companies, one which is into data science and AI, and other is into pure play consulting for the services which is in the North America and also in the India. I'm on the part of their advisory board. I have spent about 27 years in the industry. I could say close to 3 decades. I spent a lot of time in the HR tech, and also AI last about 3 years, and also into global consulting roles, leadership hiring, and stakeholder management, and LinkedIn optimization, you name it, because when you are a COO and a CEO, you cannot limit yourself only to wearing one cap.
True.
You got to do the marketing, you got to do operations and everything, and leading teams. I have led teams of more than 120 people
Wow.
across the US and 16 countries in the Europe, including Poland, Germany, and city of London, and also in India. Now, coming back, this is in short, this thing I'm an invited as GS knows me, and Rohit also knows me. I am an invited keynote speaker and a panel member to many of the forums and also the conferences which happen, like which is ICA or NASCOM or CII, or they keep inviting me, and I am being a part of different forums, and including some of the 15 to 18 professional institutes which are like ISBs, IIMs, and also educational institutions on their MBA and BTech. I'm being called as a chief guest and a panel member to give my insights. Let me tell you, I'm no great guy. I'm a very simple, normal guy like you. It is only that whatever I know, whatever I've done, really worked hard to come to this position, and I wanted to share and I wanted to learn more. When I'm actually interacting with the community. Yesterday, I was there as a keynote speaker with one of the startup session where 25 startup founders were there. So it was a fantastic. It was already aired also and telecasted. We are having a big session on 30th of June where about 500 people are expected to come, and I'm again their panel and the chief keynote speaker over there. And when Kumar called me saying that, sir, this is the thing where you need to talk about personal branding and your for thought leadership and visibility, I said, Kumar, it will be an honor, and I'm very glad to talk about this, because this is something where people like us, not only me, in fact, everyone who spoke, because I've been on and off listening to all the starting from that lady who was a CHRO, from now latest, and all my predecessors. They spoke. I mean, excellent, really very well, really very well. I really appreciate and respect their viewpoints, and this is something which is I have done day in and day out. Last about 15 years I've been on the LinkedIn, having more than 16 17,000 followers, and I do keep posting a lot of innovative ideas as well as the conferences that I go in, and I got great connections. LinkedIn, to come to the point straight and direct. As we all know, there's nothing new that I'm going to share, but what is that I have experienced? My experience I'm going to share. LinkedIn is a powerhouse, undoubtedly the powerhouse and a gold mine, and I could say one of the best professional platforms available in the world. Period. No second thoughts on that. But there are other what you call LinkedIn. I mean, social platforms. With due respect to them, but LinkedIn is any day. It is the numero uno, because you can actually network, you can build connections, you can share your thoughts, ideas, insights, knowledge to the community, and you can set a tone. When I share, you can actually go through some of my posts. The choice of the words are very important. I tell to all my people who are listening to that, it is not just the English conversation that you're going to have, but you have a choice of selecting some of the keywords that you're going to what you call put it in the LinkedIn. That definitely makes all the more differences to the inferences that somebody is going to draw, and also on the perceptions of the people that they look at, not only your profile, the perception that they look at a particular thing. For example, in a class, you know in a class of maths class, somebody scores 99%, and in the same class somebody also scores 55 60%. Class is the same, faculty is the same, teaching is the same. What is the difference? This guy has done very well in terms of academic, this guy has not done, is an average. I did not mean to demean that this guy is less. Probably the guy who got 55% may excel actually in life better than this, but same class, same thing, how you perceive, how you take it. So coming to the branding, LinkedIn, there are three four major points I wanted to share, because my predecessors have already covered some of the topics or most of the topics, but just I would like to take two three more points which have not been dwelled or talked deeply more about. Point number one is LinkedIn is a platform. We know that it is a stimulant. It is, I'm telling you, it's a stimulant, because the reason why I say this is it's a phenomenon. It's a phenomenon which cannot be duplicated. You put your thoughts and ideas on that, and it reaches millions of people across the world, from Timbuktu to Tokyo, from Antarctica to what you call Cape Town. Anyone people can actually see. So your content matters. Select your target audience, select your target geos, and what is it you wanted to talk about. Okay. And second, how you actually make your presence strongly felt in the LinkedIn matters the most. Many people are posting, I've seen, because every day in and day out I get many. Daily I get about 10 invitations. Daily 8 to 10 invitations I get connections. I do not accept everyone, because I see who are of really good, I generally tend to accept because of paucity of time. Your presence is strongly should be felt in the LinkedIn, that you are a contributor, you are an influencer, and you can create a history. You want to be a part of history, or you want to be a creator of history. That is the mindset that you're going to have. And through LinkedIn you can explore, you can exploit, you can explode everything possibly to get your branding done. Personal branding in professional world, there is no powerful medium than the LinkedIn for the professionals like us, like GS, Rohit, and any others. We can actually explore this and do lot of knowledge sharing sessions. Lot of information can be done. For example, if GS is doing, hundreds of people are viewing, we are very glad about it, and we want to take this to the next level and to next level. And I per se, as a professional, with so much of multi diverse experience, would like to give my best, contribute to GS do whichever conferences, whatever he's talking about, we'll do that. Like me, there are about hundreds of some more people who also wanted to do, because it's all like-minded. We are like-minded. We are not on. I keep telling to my clients who are in the US, and also, we are not only on the same page, but we are on same line as the same page.
True, true, true.
There's an A4 size. Somebody can be on top, somebody can be on down. We are on same page, but not on same line. So we are on same line. Thinking process is same. Our strategy is same. Our intention is same. Somebody is talking about the intention earlier. I think my predecessor speaker. So I fully appreciate. It is not just the intention alone. It is the intrinsic motive.
Correct.
What is the motive behind actually this matters the most. Why we are today talking is to help and enable the people who wanted to bring by bought and explode your personal branding. And LinkedIn is a medium where you put your words, your profile pic. Start from profile pic, as somebody has already talked, but I want to emphasize on that. Your profile pic is very, very, very important. You cannot just wear a tee and with a golf and take a profile pic if you are doing the business.
Sir,
Your
one
profile
quick
pic.
question. Like you've been attending various summits and talk shows and multiple areas. So, what kind of a post do you make which gives a lot of resonance and engagement to your LinkedIn post in the LinkedIn sessions? And do you get opportunities through LinkedIn for speaking events? What is your experience?
100%. 100%. Very, very, I think, very good question, Kumar. I think that is one, I think, where you stand out than others. You ask a very relevant and valid question. Thank you so much. Point number one, answering to your question. What do you post when you attend a conference? When I attended LinkedIn, even LinkedIn was I had a conference about a month back, or an ASCOM or a CIA, any session that I attend, the first thing is the subject line. What is the subject they're talking about? For example, AI in HR tech, or ghosting and banding, or or offer dropout. What is that they're talking about? Next, who are the speakers who are actually talking? That matters a lot. What kind of speakers that the particular people are getting onto their panel and they're speaking. And I put the key takeaways. If you look at all my posts, you look at the key takeaways, there will be at least five key takeaways whenever I put any, because I do a research. I don't just post giving my three or four picks and doing that. I don't do that. If you can actually read from top to bottom, all my posts are at least one page. It's not just one paragraph and followed by few pics. No, I don't do that. I'm a professional. I know, and for me, ethics, integrity matters paramount. Let $100 go less into the pocket. I'm very happy. But I keep telling my people that no, don't mortgage and don't compromise on the value system. Professional and personal integrity are the best, and they stand out any day. Even after 100 years, you'll be known for what you are.
Super.
So one, you post your what has been talked about the subject. Second, the panel members. I mentioned the panel members name also in their benefit. For example, somebody is coming from, say, Salesforce, somebody from IBM, somebody from Tech Mahindra, somebody, any of the company. I put their name, saying that so and so company is a group head of HR. He's from this company. Why? Because I want my post even to get, he can get leverage out of my
Correct,
post.
correct, correct. That is so
He cannot
so
get
kind
leverage.
of you that you are making people, because that is the one thing where people look for. Higher visibility, collaborated visibility is what they are trying to visit. But you are
Correct.
kindly you are giving that particular elevation to them. Yeah.
I immediately, exactly. The immediately when I put those four names and their designation and the companies, I get a phenomenal, fantastic immediate feedback from them. Saying that, hey, awesome, sir, awesome. We got to meet you there. Awesome, Mr. Ravi. We happened to meet. Once it's LinkedIn works on a algorithm, as you know. You know, once they post awesome sir, a great sir, that will percolate to another 10 times.
Correct.
So another person posts, sir, it's been a great that we got to meet up, and you thank you for sharing your insights and valuable this thing. Again, that goes to another 10 times.
True.
So I tell them the key takeaways. What is that they have been talked about in the interest of the people who did not attend the conference? There were many who did not, because they did not get the
Yes. Yes.
registration, or because they were not available in Bangalore or Chennai or Hyderabad. I want other, who is the LinkedIn family. I call it as a family, the LinkedIn fraternity, who could not make up because they were not physically present there, to tell them, hey guys, listen, there was a seminar on cybersecurity, and these are the speakers. They are from this, and they talked on A, B, C, D, E.
Wow.
So that also gives them, shares them the insights and knowledge about What is cyber security? Why an organization needs to have a cyber security department? Because why your personal information today is being compromised. When you go to somewhere, you just scan your this thing with QR code, all your data is being gone to there.
Correct.
So there is no security absolutely, wherever you go. So these are all, what is phishing, what is gaming, all these things have been talked about it. So I will mention that phishing has been talked about it. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. They talked about, your this thing in the company having your own firewall protection. What kind of this thing they are using. 1, 2, 3, 4. People who see that also will be gaining lot of knowledge. Oh, okay, okay, we need to have a firewall. We need to have a this thing. Immediately they talk to their IT department saying that we need a cyber security. Not one. There are many instances where organizations just saw my post and said, no, no, I think we are lacking on this point. He mentioned this point, so why don't you? They forwarded to their cyber security this thing and said, why don't we have this firewall, or this thing which is getting broken. So every way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I want all of them to benefit. I want the post to be like it's like a subject matter expert where it's a research paper. We are submitting a white paper to any of the. I want everyone to know, because they're not physically available. Hey, listen, guys, this is so. People, what happened? If you look at the psyche behind it, people will actually looking for your post.
Correct, correct, correct.
The moment Ruby Mantha, there are hundreds of. Recently, there was a HR one, from Delhi. They came in. I know the founder Karan, and Pulkit, who was the chief marketing officer. They personally invited me to be a part of this. They expected around 800 people, but they got 3,500 people.
Wow.
And people came in asking, is Ruby Mantha sir attending the conference? Then they said yes, another 20 people have joined. I'm not saying that I'm something, but the kind of a personal branding that you have will impact and affect the LinkedIn as well.
Correct.
Now, LinkedIn as a brand, I'm taking as a personal brand. Now, my personal brand as a Ruby Mantha, where I'm known to many scores of people, it also affects the LinkedIn. There is a book which I read long back, GS. Probably you can actually go into that. I 2 decades back, almost 2 decades back. There's a book called The Brand Called You. It's written by
Sir, in the interest of
Montaya.
time, I just want to understand, like, what are the key aspects which you got? I mean, the very, very beautiful thing which you have said is, like, some people will be attending that summit, some people may not be in a position to attend. Like in this session, also there are a lot of people live, but there are some people who will be interested in this conversation who may not be live and looking at this sessions at the later point in time. But you have put a very key strategy, which I will also start following, that curate a content after the session, or something wherein you list out key elements which has been
Correct.
discussed. I think that's a great input which everybody can follow, because everybody may not be available in every time. So it makes
Yes.
very, very critical for the people who are organizing these kind of events, put those information in the LinkedIn post, so that later point in time also they can utilize and get some value addition towards it. So thank you so much for that. And any last input which you wanted to share, that you can share in the interest of time? Yeah.
Kumar, I think not just last. I think as we discussed earlier with Rohit and others, you need to keep a separate session,
exclusive session. Yeah.
next month, or
Yeah.
any topic. Give me 1 week if I'm available. A dedicated 45-minute session where I can actually talk on and take off.
Sure.
The entire thing. There's so much of content I have here. I wanted to share this thing to the community around, because I want them to, end of the day, my bottom line is benefit. They should benefit. They should know. They should learn. Guidance is more important than the speed. This I keep telling many people, because you may go in your SUV on a highway about 300 miles, on a Porsche. But if you are heading towards the wrong direction, there's no point. So your guidance, what is your true north? What is your true north? Where is that you wanted to head to? Is very, very important and critical. And organize and reorganize your priorities. It's second one. Third most important thing is unlearn and relearn. These are the three critical factors when you look in any profession, whether it's a early career or even a CXO. You need to learn, you need to unlearn, and you need to relearn. Try to improvise and upgrade yourself for better visibility, for better branding. Let the opportunities find you. You don't try to find the opportunities. It is a reverse game. When you're posting so much, let the clients, let the customers, let the opportunities knock your door and say, hey guy, we are seeing you. You have been seeing your post, following it since 1 year. These posts are fantastic. We have something for you. It's not just job alone. It's not a contract alone, but something, that it may turn out to be a multi-million dollar project. Like my predecessors was talking about GCC setting up. Fantastic. He talked very, very well. I appreciate him. Let opportunities find you. Let you be the reason for somebody. You don't find job, but let the jobs find you. Let the employers find you. Let the mentees find you. It is the other way around. And your LinkedIn can do and undo things, GS.
True, true, true. I mean, it's a golden statement where you have captured on this 4 5 points. Like opportunities will find you when you are on LinkedIn. That's a key element. Where even when I started my earlier
Correct.
careers, it was purely B2C kind of things I was doing. But only through LinkedIn, I
Correct.
got worldwide training assignments, opportunities, working with different startups out there in US, UK, Europe, Australia. That is only because of
Yes.
LinkedIn, where I positioned myself in that way, wherein it boosted my credibility, trust. You see, even among all the panel members, I'm not great to that level of expertise, but my positioning on LinkedIn makes such a way that celebrity HR like Ruve Mata has come here to share these insights. Right. So that is a
Thank you
way.
so much. Thank
That
you.
is a way in which we
And
have done that.
guys,
Yeah.
yeah, last. I think what I keep telling to all my my fraternity or people who regard me very highly. Your network is your net worth. Remember this. Your network is your net worth. It is not how many crores you have in the bank balances or bitcoins or crypto. That is different. But your meaningful connections in LinkedIn, trust me. I've seen almost 3 decades, day in and day out, from Y2K to dot-com burst, 96, 97, where I was a successful entrepreneur for 8.5 years before I sold my company. The concept of startups have come now. So I was the first tech startup almost on the grounds of 97, 98 when I led a startup for almost about 8.5 years before I joined in Delhi International as a senior manager for talent acquisition. So I have done it, I've seen it, I've met, interacted, and shared network with global CXOs, and with the courage of my conviction and with my very this thing I'm telling you, your network is your network.
Wonderful, beautifully put it up. And 15 minutes is not enough. I'm sure I'm congesting a lot of your time. We will have a separate, beautiful
Sure.
discussion, a lengthy discussion in the things. I think you'll have to rest a lot because you'll handle multiple things in your daily schedule. And I don't want
Yes.
to waste your time. Have a good
Yes.
rest and a happy Sunday for the whole day. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining.
you, Kumar. Thank you, GS, and thank you, everyone. Let our, talk hit 2,000 high likes. I'll also spread it to my community because such a professional forum, and definitely we have to promote and propagate this kind of a thing, which is a clean, pure sharing session. It's fantastic. Thank you, GS, for
Thank you
this.
so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
So moving on to messaging in the sense reaching out, outreaching the clients. Whenever we are into B2C, D2C, or B2B, it is the outreaching to LinkedIn to decision makers is the most critical way where we might make a lot of mistakes in the articulation, where things may go wrong or we may appear little different or miscommunication can happen, or even we don't even know how to write or reach out to the right set of people. So, on that note, let me call up Mr. Rohit Kashyap to the stage, wherein he can throw some light on how to reach to the right decision makers, founders, or startups, where whoever is your potential clients or LinkedIn. The messaging articulation makes a lot of sense. So he's coming with a great sales training experience where he will be throwing lights on traditional method as well, and the digital way of articulating, sending requests to multiple decision makers in the entire thing. So where he himself has got a hands-on experience in dealing with people. So happy to host you, Mr. Rohit, to this particular session, wherein we just need to understand what kind of messaging which we need to write to the potential audience where we can get huge appointments in our calendar. Before that, I want to understand what kind of a work you do to the audience. In your words, you can introduce yourself and let us tell about yourself on what you do, what kind of audience you help.
Good afternoon, GS, and good afternoon, all my fellow panelists. Thank you very much for GS for this fantastic job and the work what you are doing right now. So that's amazing, helping people, to get the employment, and also, for the other people to get the business out of it. So what we do is we help organizations to bring profits by, cracking the high value deals. That's what we do it for. It. We help individuals to build competencies. We help bigger enterprises on the capability development part, and MSMEs, those who are, let's say, 25 CR, 100 CR, to take their business to the next level. That's in short what we do it.
Sure, sure, sure. In your journey, what was the role of LinkedIn in your thing? Because you are into sales and training a lot of people. So obviously, you might be interacting with the B2B decision makers. So how do you get
Absolutely.
deals out of LinkedIn, and how do you articulate? Can you throw some light on that?
Good. Thank you very much for this. GSC LinkedIn, as everyone has told, it's a powerful platform, a gold mine. So before being a salesy, let me start telling you something what gold mine is. When you in a gold mine, when you start digging a gold, even to getting an ounce of a gold, you have to dig a tons of a dirt. So either you're looking for a dirt or looking for a gold. That is where the goal is coming on. If your goal is getting a gold, then you don't care about where the dirt is. So in any of the platform, you find a lot of dirt. I won't say it's a dirt, but there are certain things which is not liked by the people. There's some customers which is not for you. So you have to find those customers. You have to key select. Like one of my fellow panelists already shared about, you have to find your target audience. You have to find your niche. That's an very important, because LinkedIn is a platform where if you really want to become an influencer, you have to find your niche. You have to start with that, where your expertise lies into it. If you have, post according to it, and then you find your customers over there, how to it. So what normally I do is I want to ace my LinkedIn profile. Now, what that? So I'm not talking more about the profile, but I'll give you a quick short framework. I call it a ACE framework. ACE. Now, what does ACE stands for? A is attract, C is connect, and E is engage. Now, if you follow this ACE framework, you can do wonderful in LinkedIn. What happened most of the time, since we are from the traditional background of the sales, people are very salesy on doing the things. I'm sure everybody have received those messages or the emails when you just accept somebody's connection request, and the second you get a message, hey, so and so, I'm from so and so company, and we do this, we'll help you with this. If you want, reach out to us. Now tell me, put your hands on your heart, how many of you really read those messages? Number one. Number two, if you really read it, how many reply? I don't think hardly not even 1% people will reply. The reason is, instead of utilizing this platform, the beauty of the platform of networking and engaging with the people, we are becoming more salesy. The time will come when people will stop accepting the people's request, and that's what's happening. It most of the people, most of the decision maker don't accept it. But the funny part is, according to the research conducted, most of the decision makers are available on LinkedIn. They accept the request on LinkedIn also. But if you powerfully utilize it, use it. And that's how it works. So you can become a non-pushy sales guy when you work on the sales, because your messaging has to be correct. Now, before just messaging anybody about your sales topic, I'll say attract them. What do you mean by attract them? Attract them means to warm them first. Don't ditch your sales pitch, guys. Ditch it out. First, earn the right to sell. Unless you have earned the right to sell, you don't have a right to just send a cold message to them, which is no use. And later on, people will come here. We don't get any business out of LinkedIn. It is just another email. Guys, the problem is not with the LinkedIn. The problem is not with the email. The problem is the way our approach, our behavior, our writing, that's become the problematic. So if you do three things in attraction, let's engage with your content. Do the comments meaningfully on those peoples. Have a natural connections. Go to the shared group. Have a mutual connection. Have a right audience where you want to establish your connection is. And then before doing all that, guys, establish your credibility. Because if you establish your credibility, your trust, and that will come through which? Through right content on your LinkedIn profile, through your case studies, through connecting with people. That's how. So avoid being spammy, about avoid being jumping directly, to the sales, and then you will get the right one. The second part comes about, the connection part. Connection part is about the personalization. Most of us talk about personalization, guys. So remember that personalization, there was a time when email marketing has started. People, started in two and then not in CC, put every name in the BCC because they should not see to it whom you're sending your messages, and you say, dear sir, dear madam, so and so, talk. Now then the people say, no, 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 let's start with personalization. Now personalization, when they talk about it, about just the name. Guys, name is not a personalization. When you talk about personalization, you see in which industry your audience are, what the role they play. Are they plant head? Are they marketing head? Are they CEO? Are they CEO? Are they purchase head? According to their roles, what they are playing, personalize accordingly. And that's where the personalization come. Just don't write the name and the rest body of the email or the body of the message remains same. Does not make sense. And when you're throwing a personalized connect, just don't write that we have something common kind of a thing. No, that's not. That's everybody's writing. Now, like one of my fellow panelists says, people are using Chat GPT. Yes. And that's make, everything. Initially, it was something, wow, this was different. Now, everybody having the same words and people know, man, this is GPT thing kind of is coming. So when you're writing, you say, I came across to your post, name the post, what is specific about that post, what is a key point which you have read in that particular post, so that people share, yes, you have really read my post, and then talk about particular role what they are playing. So I've been working through the different CEOs in automation industries, and we find that these are the three important problems every CEO facing. Is it similar to you? If the answer is yes, and then say, okay, then we are happy with no pressurization. Choice is yours. Whenever time, let's connect either way. So your message should be drawn in such a way, not a powerful CTA, but giving them a relaxation. Okay, it's okay, fine. So,
There is no
and the important,
force sales implied on them.
absolutely not forcing.
Mhm.
And the writing is very important. The words plus the length is very important. I'm sure
Okay.
we the span of the attention span is so less. If let's say somebody shared you a long joke on a WhatsApp or somewhere, I'm sure where you need to scroll it, you will never read it, because as soon
Correct.
as scrolling comes, read more. Nobody will love to click that read more button. So
Correct.
your message
Correct.
should be first message or two message should be crisp and clear. Can you write everything in less than 50 words? From hi so and so to thank you very much. Those 2 words and two last thank you very much are 4 words. Now you in 50 words you left with 46 words. And that is what short, brief message. The attraction power is there. If that is short, boom, you can rock it up. Last but
Super.
not
Super.
the least is the engaging part. Now, engaging part is, where you have really engaging a conversational tone with your client. Now, the best part in engaging is not sharing your gyan, is but more by asking questions. The more you ask questions, the more people let them, speak. Like what in this podcast our GS is doing. GS is asking so many questions to us and letting us, it's like a slower ball in a cricket match where people let to talk them to speak. So questions are something that can happen. So people are not answering you. Ask questions. Give them short case studies, not a full longer one.
Right. Right.
And that's how you can do. Ask them for a, small call. So engagement is beyond that. Just you can leave out from DMs, you can go to a specific important calls, get an appointment. Remember, when selling on LinkedIn or selling on phone calls, it's not about selling your product on that particular platform. Your role should be getting an appointment. If your goal is clear that I have got an appointment for so and so, I'm saying you're through, you will sell it out.
Absolutely bang on. So, a lot of people who are founders who are starting their business, they immediately want leads, and running behind leads. And they use LinkedIn like Facebook, where they keep selling their advertisement posters, sharing their product photo, sharing their service photo, and it is all like a selfish photo where we don't give gyan, rather, we want to push them to buy. So, I
Yeah.
think you have very, very clearly, structurally put the way of articulation which we need to put forth on LinkedIn platform to our decision makers, where they are consistently monitoring us, even though they may not like you, they may not put an impression or comment on your LinkedIn post, but they
Yeah.
are keep watching you. That's the impression I've got in my own journey. I think that was very, very articulated. Second thing is like a lot of founders who are aiming at a B2B, especially international clients or big ticket clients, all that. We want to work with some dream client. Okay, everybody
Yep.
will have a dream client to work with, and they will be 100 times better than that, better than ourselves, wherein we can't even imagine working with them. So, in case I have to work with a very bigger client, I reach out to LinkedIn. Maybe I'll follow their company page or do something, or I don't even know what to do. So, how do you handle those clients who you want to work with, but they are consistently ignoring you, or they don't even accept your request or sending a response to you? Do you have that experience, and can you share some light on that?
Yeah. Every day I'm having that experience, man. So most of the founders are having same experience. You know, whom do
Yeah,
you really love it? Nobody will say except at first. So what do you have to do? You
correct.
know, it's I always say in sales, we always say there are two kinds of salesperson. Either you are a hunter or a farmer.
Right, right.
LinkedIn is a farming ground. It's not a hunting ground, guys. Don't look LinkedIn as a hunting ground where people will accept, you will get the food. No, it's a farming ground. It takes time. You need to have a patience with that. Like rightly said by GS, if you send a request and people not responded, what happened? First of all, you have to send a personalized message when you're sending a request. Just don't click a click connect button. Now, what happened? You know, I don't know how much you are aware of. Now, LinkedIn has restricted only 3 connection request, means say a personalized message request for unpaid customers. Earlier, it was free for all, so people have seen, misused it, and that people are getting, about pissed off it. So now they have requested. Now, those 3 requests has to be very sharply utilized,
Right.
because you have to see, okay, this is my client, I have to write, and that message which you are writing to him or to her should be very articulated. Now, before writing it, I say attract, warm them up. Now, how to warm them up? Go to their profiles, go to their messages if they are writing, or that they are commenting. So if they are not posting anything, if they are posting, it is well and fine. If they are not posting, go. If they are commenting to somebody's profile, go like their comment, and do it one at a time. Don't do it so sometimes what happened, if I tell this strategy, people go open somebody's profile and see how many they comment, and at day one, tak you do. No, don't do it. See, you have to chalk out a strategy kind of a thing. So go on day one, write on their comment and say, sir, it's fantastic. Just don't write fantastic and all that. Give at least 1 or 2 line into it. Add
Create
value
your
to it.
own visibility first.
Yeah. So wait for certain time. Let's say wait for 3-5 days. Do it again. Then again wait for 5 days. Do it again. Now what happened? Whenever you're doing like this, an individual comment and kind of a thing, it will get a notification. It will get a notification. Okay,
True.
that Rohit has commented on me, or Rohit has followed on this thing on my particular thing. So he'll say, come on, Rohit is stalking me. Means he is something there. You are not in the crowd. Now you are different. Same thing, you can do it on their skills. Everybody has typed skill set. Same strategy you can follow on the skill set. Go day one, click one skill. As soon as you click on the one skill, they will get a notification that Rohit had liked your this particular skill. Wait for 5 days. So what you have done, you are warming up. So when you are warming up, you know that Rohit is somebody who exists. He may or she may go to your profile. Before that, you have already made it your profile and kind of stuff. If you have not done that, then there is no game. So before that, my fellow panelist already told what to do. So when you have created all kind of system, he know that Rohit is there. Then now you send after 5-10 like
Technical
this.
glitch here.
Okay, are you able to hear me? GS, are you able to hear me?
There is a technical internet stability here. It is bound to happen.
Okay, so should I continue? Any other of my fellow panelists, are they able to hear me?
You can put it in the comment section.
I can hear. I can hear you. I
Yeah,
can
I
hear
think
you.
now it is okay. You can continue.
Okay. So what I'm saying is same thing you can do what you're doing in the comments on their skill set, like it. So they know that Rohit exists. You have already built up your profile. Now you send a small message saying that we have a similar kind of things, like we are there for the business development, or you have to look it into the profile what they do, and then they said the chances of acceptance is very very high. So before building your profile, before warming up the things, please don't go directly to the decision makers, because I'm sure they will not accept your profile.
Wonderful.
Yep.
I think it's a golden statement where I have made a note of it. LinkedIn is the farming ground, not the hunting ground. I've been very, very beautifully articulated. And whenever we are into business, it is the immediate information what we get is go and hunt the CEOs, CTOs, all those people. But pure engaging element is required before even we start those aspects. Founders make the mistake that immediately I have to connect with investor, international clients, or B2B, HR or L&D, multiple people. But if we follow the strategy of Rohit, where he suggests a right, nice way of articulation, engaging them before, then the success is waiting for a very very long time. I think that's missed out with a lot of entrepreneurs and founders. So thank you so much for sharing those insight, Rohit. That's very very valuable and articulated. Thank you so much for your Sunday, and look forward for more sessions. Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, so we are going great. If you have any comments on who is your dream client, which you are chasing for a very, very long time, you can put in the chat box. There are a lot of clients whom I work with on international level, overseas level. They are watching this sessions live from various countries, various CTOs, country heads, CXOs are watching this live. This session is also, and the future sessions also. So if you want to get visibility on this element, you can just put who is your dream client and what you do in the LinkedIn comment section, so that you create your own visibility for yourself. Thank you. And next up in this session will be Mr. Jignesh, who is into the HR fraternity for a very, very, very long time, wherein he's interviewing a lot of people in his company for medical industry, healthcare industry, wherein here reviewing a lot of resumes day in, day out, interviewing a lot of people, and right now he's in a very, very senior leadership profile, GM HR role. Happy to welcome Jignesh.
Thank you, Kumar.
What is that you do, which industry you belong, and your introduction, please. Yeah.
Thank you. So first
I
of
think there is a
all,
noise coming there. You can just reduce your
is it
either
better now?
YouTube or LinkedIn. There's
Oh, I'm only
no,
connected
still
to
we
this
are
one.
getting. There is an echo which I'm receiving.
Is it better now?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So thanks, Kumar, for this lovely morning on Sunday. Good morning, good afternoon to all the viewers and the panel, my respected panel members. So one word for you, Kumar, a really enthusiastic, individual that I have come across in my career so far. So I'm a HR professional. Before being an HR professional, I was a market research, analyst. Worked with the biggest market research organization in the world. So having a great experience across various domains of HR, IT, BPO, KPO, animal health industry, life sciences, medical device industry, and so on. So that's a small brief about me, Kumar.
All right, great. Coming from a HR background, what kind of elements you look into your LinkedIn profile when somebody is coming to an interview for your company?
So when somebody is approaching for an interview, you have to do a lot of research first. Okay, being from a research background, I believe if you don't do research, a lot of time when you get into an interview, people ask for references. right? Now those references are something that, I may say, I will share a reference of Kumar. Kumar is a very dear friend to me, and I know he has written some post about me. He has given recommendations to me. Those are personal, right? But when you need to find out a senior position or a very niche profile, you need to be very very authenticated with the research on what kind of candidate that you're looking for, right? So research becomes a very very critical and a prominent area for people to look at. If you don't do research, if you don't deep dive, you may end up or end up getting a wrong candidate profile, because a lot of people, as my fellow speakers spoke about, people have a lot of things to write, like Dr. Anup Gupta said, putting a poster on back of the LinkedIn place, or like what Rohit just mentioned about hunting and fishing. It becomes very difficult, right? So it's very very authenticating about getting into research and then looking at what kind of profile that you are actually nailing down as the final candidate.
Right. So, in your screening process, which are the best three sections which you look into it, so that you feel like, okay, this is the guy I want to interview?
Okay, so everybody who is listening to this, a lot of people would be freshers or experienced and all, and everybody would have come across different kind of zones in their own ways and careers. The first thing is that you need to look at people. You get a JD, right? You get a job description. A job description is something that the company wants, right? That's the ask of a role that you want to perform in an organization, and then you mirror that, right? Where do I fit in? Whether should I apply? Whether should I not apply? And so on. Now there are a lot of hidden tasks that are not mentioned on a JD, right? Now, when you look at somebody, you need to look at whether this person is going to fit into this particular role, right? I may not. There are a lot of hidden things. There are pros and cons in every organization, and that's how you look at culture, and that's how you look at different aspects of things. Okay, so culturally, are you going to fit into my role, right? I'll give you a classic example. In life sciences, or in the healthcare industry, you have product managers, right? Now a product manager is very enthusiastic, the way you are, right? The way you keep nudging into or knocking the doors and asking, okay, we need to do a podcast, or we need to do a webinar and seminar. Now when I interviewed a lot of product managers, I asked a simple question. I said, you are all geared up to launch a product, right? And there are 20,000 other things on the back end. You have a regulatory affair to give you a nod to launch that product. And parallelly, the marketing team has already worked on the lead generation, talking to doctors that we might come with a new product and new things and new life sciences and so on. How patient you are.
Okay.
Because if suppose any regulatory person says, no, this cannot be launched, and you are already prepared on the back end, right? Now these are pros and cons. Now, will that shatter you? Will you think that I put my entire blood, sweat, and soul in designing everything on the literature front, on the prospects of what would be my new customers, where will I land up, which are the untapped markets which I need to go and tap them. I need to do new recruitments. You may buzz into the HR and say, I need 5 more people in the next budgeting cycle. And suddenly, you get a pushback and say, okay, wait, hold on. We have a surprise, we have a setback, we need to hold on, we need more details to be given. So, you need to work on suspects, you need to work on prospects, and then you finally get into the targeted audience that you need to look forward for.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think this element is super key insight for this entire session, where how people look at a potential candidate, because we as a job seeker, we will be looking at only on the resume content preparation or LinkedIn profile preparation, or what are the frequently asked questions in the interview. These are the elements which we will be looking at. But coming from a HR perspective, what do you look for it? I think this is a secret which has been revealed in this session, wherein it was a great insight for the job seekers. Any suggestions you want to give to the job seekers, especially mid-career to leadership profile, who are hunting for jobs from a HR perspective?
So first thing is patience. Second is consistency. Third, do not be afraid of failures.
Okay.
Failures will keep coming. You do not have to get hesitated about it. Do not compare yourself because you are a separate individual. You yourself have a niche thing in your own self. So do not compare. The moment you start
Okay.
comparing, you will end up, hurting your own self. So if you are individual who is, everybody is self-equipped, right? You have a special character of hosting this. Obviously, a lot of us would not have. We would like to be a speaker. We would not like to be hosting this because there are thousands of things on the back end, right? The lighting is perfect, the sound is perfect, the internet is perfect, and so on. So you need to be an individual who looks into yourself, look into yourself, think about what I am made for. Suddenly that somebody comes and says, okay, there is an opportunity, fine. There are 10. Today, if you go on LinkedIn, the way everybody spoke, when you go and click for an apply button, you get a notification there. How many skills versus how many skills matches to your profile, right?
Okay.
So look at it. Think, if I am going to go for the next round of interview, or if I am going to get led to a next round of career growth, where am I lacking? Okay, what's my area of development? I don't call it as a weakness because weakness is in the body. So it's a lack of development. Now when you look at that, obviously you come to know this is the area that I need to focus more on, right? One more tip that I would like to give people is make presentations. Okay, when I do a senior level recruitment, I do not just do an interview because you may get flattered around with the profile or the CV. Okay, I give a topic, I give 5 topics or 3 topics based on whatever is the position or the role, and I give a week's time to the candidate to prepare a presentation. And at the before the final round, whether it's with the president or with me or somebody else, I ask them to prepare and then come and present that, because
Okay.
that's the key. That's the key. What topic have you selected? How well have you? And not more than 10 slides. Okay. The way Rohit said, Dr. Ankur said, and the other speaker said, if it's too lengthy, it's very simple. And with all due respect, on a 26th January or on a 15th of August, you get a message wishing Happy Independence Day, right? And that's a flag. And you keep scrolling, and then you say Jai Hind, Happy Independence Day. So you don't want to keep scrolling, right? So you need to be specific, you need to be wise, you need to choose what you want to present because you are reflecting of your experience that you have come through in your life, right? So the way Dr. Ruthu said, right, what's important is the crispiness that you want. It's like you go and buy a cooker. What do you see? You see a ISI mark, right? You go and spend on quality. You don't go and spend just because you have a lot of money. You spend on quality, right? So you go and buy a bottle of water. There's a lot of green colored bottle in the market today. But when you go and see, you want a Bisleri. You don't want a green colored bottle which you say, okay, I had a green colored bottle which was Bisleri, but it's not Bisleri, it's a different product. Right? So you need to be specific on what you want.
Got you. I think it's a great viewpoint and dimension from a HR perspective of how they look into multiple things on LinkedIn. How you shortlist a guy based not only on the digital presence but more towards the presentation, case study, the number of limit of slides, all that. Because realistically, he has to give his original intelligence to the HR and company where what impact he can create that has to be projected. But prequel of it should be on his LinkedIn, where his elements has to be projected that these are the key areas I'm best at. Right. So thank you so much for joining us today with a very busy schedule in your industry, especially healthcare and medical device. It's a 24/7 industry where you'll be very busy in the schedule. So thank you so much for joining and hoping to have more sessions with you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So moving on, I want to take up this into a different dimension where many of the founders or coaching, consulting people may not be know like what is the ROI, what is it LinkedIn worth it? That is a question which is being asked by most of the people where they come from the traditional way of doing business, or they are using multiple other digital marketings like Google Ads, Facebook, Instagram, or join a business networking forum, and they might misunderstand LinkedIn's worth, or they don't even know that LinkedIn will help them in getting a business. So, on that note, I will welcome Mr. Sumit Tripathi, who is into public coaching, public speaking coach kind of an industry wherein day in, day out, he's training a lot of people on the public speaking expertise, wherein he brings that element of connecting with the right business, B2B, B2C decision makers who's collaborating with a lot of people and getting the volume of people from his for his coaching session, consulting sessions. So, Sumit, happy to host you for this kind of a session wherein I want a new dimension from the rest of the people, because all are expert in their own field, having got a different dimension towards job seeking, business, founder, digital presence, sales, multiple other things we have spoken. But tell us something like if a founder or a job seeker has to get onto LinkedIn, is it really worth it? Okay, but before that, I want to understand what do you do and what kind of programs you do so that it translates to the audience. Yeah.
Definitely, GS. First of all, a very good afternoon to you and a good afternoon to our audience. So, I'm Sumit Tripathi and I'm a public speaking and sales coach. And I help entrepreneurs, professionals, and I have my own company, which is Speak with Sumit. So that is the reason I got on LinkedIn, right? So you talked about how a lot of professionals, they can use Google ads, they can use Facebook ads to get their leads. But there's a big problem with that. And that is the problem I faced in December when I was running ads. And the problem was the quality. So the maximum you can pitch for over there is maybe 10,000, because that's the first time people are seeing you, right? So why do you expect people to give you their money?
Okay.
So that is the first thing. So LinkedIn builds authority. Honestly, after I started using LinkedIn consistently, now I'm able to pitch for 50, 60, even 1 lakh, and people are buying. It went from first trying to convince people to actually conveying that, hey, I'm the authority here. I can help you with your public speaking. I can help you with your sales. And you have seen my LinkedIn already. So let's work together. And that is exactly what happened. And I think the best way to answer if LinkedIn is really worth it, I'll give you three perspectives. So I'll give you one perspective from, say, someone who's seeking a job. Then the second perspective will be from a founder. And lastly, I'll give you my own personal perspective, that what I have experienced and the opportunities I've experienced. So when you see that most people go on LinkedIn and they think, oh, it's a job site and I want to apply for a job there. So what they do, they open their profile, they go to whatever company, whatever role they're looking for, they send in their resume, and boom, done. But out of that, there are thousands of people who have applied for that very same role. So how do you stand out? What is the right way? So the first thing I would suggest anyone who's looking for a job is start posting about your expertise. Now, it's not important if you get likes over there. That is not really what you should be focusing on, because this expertise will act like your resume, your digital resume. And then after you do that, then I suggest connecting with the HR. So over there, what do I mean by that? I'll tell you a simple 3 to 1 DM strategy. So what does that mean? Firstly, try to engage with 3 of their posts, and then comment on 2 posts, and then send a DM. And in that DM, just get to know them. Don't ask them for a job. Don't ask them for a referral. Just get to know them. And then when you send in your resume, right, then you're noticed. Suddenly the competition isn't 1 in 1,000. It's much, your odds are much higher. So that is why people looking for a job should use LinkedIn, and more importantly, use LinkedIn the right way. Then the second thing is founders. So why should, say, a startup owner really post on LinkedIn? I mean, they're already so busy, they barely have the time. Why should they do that? So firstly, you never know on LinkedIn who can connect you to the right person. Like on other social medias, when you see Instagram, when you see YouTube, you can see that when someone has 1 million followers, automatically you assume that a lot of people trust them. But on LinkedIn, that's not the
Right.
case. On LinkedIn, even if you have 100 followers, 1,000 followers, from those 1,000 followers, there could be angel
Yes.
investors. There could be business related people. And in that, when you start posting consistently, they will reach out to you or you can reach out to them. And the thing with these big shot investors who are investing, say, millions of dollars, they don't bother to optimize their LinkedIn
Correct.
profile a lot. They probably won't even have a DP, they won't have a banner. Maybe in the bio, it'll be written. So you have to be aware of that you might be talking to a big shot, and that's why you have to network in that way, network very mindfully. And one thing, since LinkedIn is a very big networking platform, what most people assume is that, hey, I'll send in a DM and let's see if they respond, the conversation will go from there. But I suggest instead of doing that, try to get them offline. If you live in the same city, go for a coffee with them. If maybe they're in a different country, try to get on a Google Meet. So that will really help you out. And now let me tell you my own personal experience, right? So 2 years ago, I was pitching to this founder from the house of Bindu. So this is a very big beverage company in South India, and his name is Mr. Shankar. So I checked out his net worth is around 100 CR. His company's net worth is around 800 to 900 crores. But when I went to his LinkedIn, no DP,
Oh.
no banner. He had, I think, yeah, he didn't have anything there. But he had 700, 800 followers there, which was his employees following him back. So why does such a person with so much net worth really need
Right.
LinkedIn? Because he can connect with like-minded
Correct.
individuals. And another thing people ignore, especially on the founder level, is when you build your personal brand, right? The right talent will reach out to you. Because I have this friend who is an influencer and he owns a fitness company called Primal Fitness. And I think last week he called me and he said that, Sumit, I am trying to find new talent. I'm trying to recruit some sales people. I'm trying to recruit some marketing people. And I'm spending so much money on LinkedIn ads just to find the right people. But imagine if he had also developed his personal brand on LinkedIn along with Instagram. It would have been way easier for him to find the right people in his network itself. So that is why I think founders should do it, to meet like minded people as well as find the right team, because you're only as good as your team, right? And that is what's important.
Yeah, I think very two golden statements you have shared here. One is like the Google ads, Facebook ads, which been run by a lot of founders. You have rightly put it out like first time they are meeting and why they should come and purchase from you. Maybe a webinar, maybe a workshop, maybe a product. Why they should buy you? Because first time when you are meeting, nobody will try to purchase a bigger, a high ticket product when you are meeting for the first time. It is a small product, maybe you can invite to a webinar, workshop, or sell some 50 rupees product, something like that. Wherein LinkedIn plays a major role moving to high ticket clients because that's a space where we help a lot of MSMEs and startups where we move them from a low ticket to a high ticket. That's the positioning which we make,
Exactly.
wherein, as you rightly said, the positioning, branding, personal branding, all that makes a lot of sense because it works on a relationship mode rather than selling mode. Okay, so a lot of people forget and run behind leads after leads every single month. That's one. Second thing, a lot of people joining this business networking forum thinking that there will be 100 people and I will be getting some at least 10 sales. Okay, so networking after network, they keep on joining, but end of the day, it's very failure model because initially you can join, but over a period of time, you have to scale up to the next level wherein it will give a right kind of decision makers. Because a lot of founders,
Exactly. I would
hmm,
like to add something there, GS. Actually, with the networking, you talked about business networking
hmm,
events, right? So the problem there is everyone goes with a transactional
correct.
mindset. Suppose hundreds of people go there, they think that, oh, how do I get a
Hmm,
sale? So what I recommend people who are trying to actually network is try to network in places where people usually don't network. Now, what
yeah,
does that mean? Maybe say in comedy clubs, poetry
hmm,
sessions, or art cafes. Over there, who goes? Whoever has the money and time to
yes,
invest there. So obviously, nobody with a normal profile will go there. Some high profile people will only go there.
like
And
like
that's where you
Goals
genuinely
Goals
build.
Club, and a lot of people get this Goals Club membership
Yeah,
just to network. They don't have an intention to play, but they want to meet the decision makers. I think that's a very valid point you have put
exactly.
forth. That that's a great strategy to get into. Yeah. So in your business, what kind of aspect is LinkedIn is playing, and how is it is profitable in your business?
Okay. So I think in my industry, especially, most people, I would say 90% of the majority, they host ads on Instagram, they do webinars, then they convert clients. But since I'm a premium coach, I work one on one, I work on group sessions exclusively with founders. Now, I don't expect founders to be scrolling on Instagram, right? And that's where LinkedIn plays a role.
Right.
And along with LinkedIn, I'll tell you, so three platforms are there. There's LinkedIn, there's YouTube, there's Instagram. So LinkedIn builds the authority. YouTube builds the trust because you can put long form content there. And then Instagram is just like a trailer for your
Correct.
business. So it's very important to diversify like that. And I have been very consistent on Instagram, on LinkedIn, which is I post every day, and that has really brought me the true connection. First, I didn't even understand the LinkedIn algorithm, or neither did I know how this platform works. It was so boring, so confusing. But now I can proudly say that I'm sort of addicted to LinkedIn. Whenever I'm bored, I just open up LinkedIn and I start reacting to posts, engage with posts, and try to message more people, because the return on investment I've got for just building my personal brand, just letting my thoughts out, is just absolutely wonderful. And GS, what is the best part about LinkedIn, which other social medias won't
Mhm.
offer? Which is that a lot of people fear posting because of
Correct.
judgment, right? What if someone writes a bad comment? LinkedIn, everyone's very supportive.
Correct,
And
exactly.
that is
Hmm.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, so they don't engage like how you get engagement in Facebook and Instagram. See, that is a major question I've been asked in various forums. I don't get impression, nobody's liking, commenting. What is this happening? But when you look at the search appearances, analytics, and all that, there are a lot of senior folks who have seen your profile. So one hint to the audience is go and check your profile analytics search appearances, wherein you can get to know what are the various people who are watching consistently on your profile. That's a great insight to know about your own profile, wherein you don't even realize who is watching you continuously on your LinkedIn profile. They may not DM you, they may not like you, I mean, like in the sense, post likes, they may not do, they may not even comment. Okay, but they are keep on watching you. That's the information we have to be very mindful when we are posting content and be consistent that somebody is watching, right? So that's the element. So
Yes.
a lot of value additions you have given in last 10 minutes, and what is your best key takeaway to the audience out there utilizing LinkedIn?
Okay. I think one key takeaway on LinkedIn is that when I first joined the platform, I saw a lot of people were very pretentious. They only maybe talked about their promotions or maybe some award they got. But instead of that, use personal stories, because personal stories connect with people. I have got DMs saying that, hey, I was having a bad day. I read your post today and I absolutely loved it. It changed my mindset about this thing. And again, as you said, right, you never know who's watching. So this is what I love to call the invisible audience. They won't react, they won't comment, they will directly book a call with you, and they will be your biggest
True.
fans. So that is something you have to trust.
Very true.
Yes. And don't change.
Yeah. Sure.
Because the one thing also, last thing I would like to point out is, initially I also like, that LinkedIn launched the video facility
Correct.
as well, right? So you can upload short form content. So initially when that had launched, I used to get like 100K, 200K impressions, and I was like,
Hmm.
wow, I am famous now. But then it reduced to like 200.
Right.
But the value, then people who came to me after that, even with those 200 views, their value was much more.
Wow.
And that is very important.
Superb. I think you're giving a best element of content strategy to your like-minded individual, right? Like-minded coaching business, consulting business. I think this is the right way, because that comes with a platter of methodology, wherein other platforms may not do that. See, a lot of people may not good at creating videos. Okay, a lot of people may not be good at articulating like a blog, a newsletter, and all that. But LinkedIn provides all sort of opportunities. You can write, you can at least create a poll. Okay, even though if you don't know anything to write, you can create 4 option choices, polls. Okay, you can create carousels. You can do a video. You can do a live session like this. Whatnot. It is providing all the possibilities where we need to capitalize free of cost. No, we were not paying to anyone, right? So that element we would like to share to the audience who are upcoming startups and getting into coaching, consulting. This is the right platform where you have to spend time a lot comparing to other platforms. So other platforms can help you in terms of B2C element, but this one you make it as a strategy for B2B. So thank you so much for joining, Sumit, for your wonderful Sunday.
Yes, just
Yeah.
one thing, one thought that I had, that you said that a lot of people sometimes struggle with, say, writing posts. And I used to also personally struggle with this before. So one exercise I started performing is I wrote my personal experience, all of that. Then I went to ChatGPT and I asked it this prompt, that this is my business XYZ. These are my customers, their age, their demographics, and these are their pain points and desires. So structure the post accordingly, and then I fed the post and it gave me a very structured and more filtered approach, and this can help also attract fans. So
True,
that's
true,
one
true.
last thing.
So I think that's a very valid point because we don't talk about client's pain point. We talk about only about a feature of the product that makes a gap in meeting our clients. And see how I treat LinkedIn is it is my meeting platform with my clients. Okay, be it text, be it a video, be it anything, whatever you are doing in LinkedIn, it's a platform for you to meet your potential clients, dream clients. So be so organic, so original, so authentic, so that your client value you. Okay, so that's the most important thing. And a lot of people who are into coaching and consulting, they don't have a physical product to showcase. So it's very crucial that we talk about the pain point of our audience who makes the things about, oh, okay, this guy can solve this problem. Let me consult with him. So that's the element where we have to capitalize and grow. So all the very best for your coaching business, and happy to host you for multiple sessions because you've given a lot of yarns in the very last 10-15 minutes. Happy to share your Sunday with us, and looking forward for more sessions. Thank you so much, Sumit.
Oh, thank you, Juice. Take care. Happy Sunday.
So moving on to our final speaker, we need to talk about what are the LinkedIn style of work, which are the content which will really work. Is it video performs more because it has been started very recently, or a newsletter will project me as a thought leader, or I can just write a content on a regular basis which will work, or should I share my awards and summit which I have participated where I show my participation in that particular thing. So that's what we are going to reveal. I'm happy to welcome Darshani Sivakumar to this stage. She is a soft skill trainer and TEDx speaker. I was reviewing her profile on the Google where I can get to know a lot of YouTube's LinkedIn posts where she was been speaking for a very long time on various subjects. So happy to host you, Darshani, and being having a personal issue, still you had a point to join this Sunday session. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know about yourself. What do you do to the audience? From there, we'll take it up.
First of all, thank you, GS, for this fantastic opportunity. And you have brought in a fantastic panel. I've been listening from the beginning, even if I was preoccupied with other work. All the speakers who have spoken till right now were fantastic with the points which they had given out. And, a great applause for the previous speakers who had finished the, talk show here. So with that being said, very short introduction about me. Basically, I am a baker and an artist turned into a corporate trainer. So that's where I come from. So why I started this, why I started this journey and what brought me here is only for purely for one reason, that I wanted to give positive impact to people. That was only my motto and only my calling, which I I've been on this journey, because the smile, the transformation you see after a session with a group of people, or with a with an individual per se, it's more than a paycheck what you can get.
Right, right, right. Uh, what is your utilization towards LinkedIn? Like you've been talking to various people, training soft skills and all that. So, which form of content really worked with you? Is it a newsletter or a long post on the timeline or a video? Or do you work with polls or you share content in groups? What exactly you do in terms of content planning?
Now, that's a great question to start with. See, in any platform, not only in LinkedIn, let it be LinkedIn, let it be Instagram, let it be YouTube, let it be any other Facebook, or let it be any platform that for that matter. First, we need to be very clear as an individual from our point of view who's our target audience. If
Right.
only if you're clear with that, then you can choose which platform will work for your profession, your career, your field of work. Say for
Correct.
example, as rightly you mentioned that, see, it should be a mix of all. You can't just stick to posting and videos. One day you can go for posts, one day you can go for videos. It should be a mixture of everything so that audience can connect with. Say for another
Right.
example, when it comes to your audience, if you are, if you're focusing on women or women empowerment, you will find many women in Facebook more than LinkedIn.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
So first, we need to understand as an entrepreneur or as a business owner or as a CEO, who's our target audience. If that is clear, then we can create the strategy. Yes, you need to be visible everywhere, but your priority should be one or two of the platforms where you feel that your audience are there. Say for example, if you're taking up students, let it be in training or coaching career, many of them are there in Instagram. So understanding who's your target audience is where you find your exact platform as to what you're looking for.
Beautiful, beautiful. In your experience, does LinkedIn brought you some consulting opportunity, speaking opportunity, or any other projects where you feel like, oh, okay, I from this LinkedIn I got this, but maybe earlier point in time you may not have realized that LinkedIn might give that kind of a projects, but suddenly you got some speaking opportunity or projects or consulting. You have that kind of an experience.
Yes, lot of times. When I
Okay.
started my career, or even I was not very aware of, about how LinkedIn works, how each platform works. I was there in every social media platform, including YouTube. I used to, go give compliments, go give, what is my perspective to each and everything. I had to make myself first visible out there to letting people know this is what I'm doing. From there, initially I had to do a lot of free work, a lot of pro bono works to let people know, okay, if they think of Darshini, this is what comes into their mind. So this is not an a 1 day or a 2 day journey or an overnight journey. It is a continuous process. Maybe initially it will take some time for you to understand how a platform or how a medium works.
Correct.
And we need to understand during which time of the day your audience is active in which platform. Say for example, if you take up LinkedIn, you find a lot of people are being active in the morning hours.
Correct.
So we need to understand, say for if it's in Instagram, you find people, a lot of people very being very active late evenings or at nights.
True.
But your interactions, your interactions has to be two ways, where it's not just about you keeping on posting. That doesn't work, but you should also interact with other members, and you need to have that open mind to learn, to learn, relearn, and unlearn. And this is a process and this is a vicious cycle which goes on. Go back to my own page. If let it be on LinkedIn, let it be on Instagram. I have seen myself evolving over the time, over the experience, the kind of posters which I started making. Lot of things changed, and a lot
Right.
of where I communicate, the kind of points which I give out in each live or wherever I have been invited as a guest speaker to talk about, the way I communicate has also changed.
True.
And even if it is just a post, there also you're giving out an energy out there to people who's reading it.
Right. Right.
So it's not just words which we are giving out, but it's an energy, it's a kind of a message that you want to give out to people.
True. 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 See, that's what. See, any organization, any community who's inviting a speaker, the first thing which they go and research is their in their Google, what is their name. Like, let's say I have to call Darshini for my own community for a speaker session. I will go and search in Google to understand a capability of Darshini, wherein LinkedIn, YouTube, and multiple posts which comes up. But only in LinkedIn, I'll get to know the full story, full background story of Darshini, wherein I can see what are the various mutual connections I have, what are the various achievements, certifications she has got, so that I'm rest assured to call her as a speaker. Okay, so this been happening in most of the thing where a lot of colleges, lot of communities are looking for keynote speakers for their own sessions to give share valuable content to their audience. Wherein the first thing which they do is a research on Google, and the first and foremost thing which they get is on LinkedIn page. So that is a very very crucial element where we need to be very very mindful and sensitive on how we are creating this particular page, wherein it will
Yes.
act as a global office to us in projecting ourselves bigger than the client. Because I always believe, because I started in a very very low profile kind of a role, wherein I strongly believe if we have to work for a very very bigger clients, we need to appear bigger than the clients, and that can be only possible through LinkedIn platform, wherein we can work with them, work for a dream client and make more margins, rather than working for a low ticket clients where they will be keep on fighting for discounts, offers, and work towards various things where we cannot scale up. Okay, so that is very very critical for somebody who's starting their business, to create their positioning, very very right positioning to the LinkedIn platform, where it is globally you can access a lot of clients. So thank you
Yes.
so much for joining, Darshini, for this particular session, wherein you've been doing a lot of wonderful work, being speaker in TEDx and a lot of areas. All the best for your future career, and hopefully
Thank you.
we'll be doing multiple sessions with you. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
joining.
Thank you.
Yeah. So moving on, let's put up as a concluding remarks, wherein I'll invite all the panel speakers who are out there. You can give your last key insight on what does it mean on LinkedIn, and what exactly we have to what you call key takeaway we'll have to be remembering all the time, wherein this should be a key takeaway for the audience for today's session, maybe starting. Yeah, Heksha, you can go ahead, you can give your final thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, GS Kumar, and thank you, everyone. It was amazing to listen to all the panel members. I will also end the same, that your name is your brand. Start building your digital presence today itself, because and even if you're putting any funny content, funny FAQs or anything, that doesn't mean you are unprofessional, right? You can blend both, because if people will be able to connect more if you're being real. So show up today, build your digital presence today, because you don't know, when opportunity knocks, your door may be open. And Okay. And you might not know that your next opportunity or next client may not be in your inbox, maybe watching your LinkedIn profile or maybe watching your post. So start building a post and don't be afraid that what people are going to judge or what am I not, if I'm not getting likes or comments, that's okay. Just build in your digital presence from today. Start sharing all the content, stories, FAQs, podcast, and we will start posting from GS Kumar's podcast. This will be the, let's start from today. Thank you.
So, audience that is coming from CHRO, please make a note of it, and they are watching your profile. Even they may not comment you, they may not DM you, they will not like your post, but still they are watching you. So please be mindful about. There are a lot of CHROs in our conversation in last couple of weeks, and there will be a lot of future CHROs, CTOs in our sessions. So keep watching, and they are watching your content. But so be mindful that you are not more towards entertaining, but project your subject matter expertise so that they feel like they should hire you. Okay, that's the whole point, right? So what is the point in creating post after post? We are not here to entertain here. We are here to
Exactly.
get hired by an MNC, hired for a project, okay, hired for a consulting, right? So for that, you are creating that element to attract the right audience. So that is coming from CHRO. Please make a note of it. And thank you so much for joining HR. Hopefully, we will be conversing a lot more.
Thank you.
Yeah, moving again to next in my screen, Mr. Rohit. Yeah, there was a very valuable suggestions. Your 60 seconds final key takeaway, please.
So the final one is for non-salesy sales matches, it should be lead with empathy. It is message should be for them, not for you. Remember that. Make more when you're writing. Use you word rather than we and I. No pressure message. Either it's help or hopes you. And finally, no spam. Maximum 2 to 3 follow-ups, not more than that, with a gap of 5 to 7 days between them each. Minimum 7 days. That's it.
Right. No, that's coming from a sales coach, been training volumes of people under the training, where he's been articulating in a right way on how to pitch traditionally also, and how to pitch in the digital presence also. He's been doing hands-on for last couple of years, and that will be a good input for the people who are into enterprise sales or even in the recruitment arena, or people who are pitching for investors. There are a lot of people whom you have to articulate in a right way, and I think Rohit's point makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for joining, Rohit.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. And moving on to Mr. Jignesh, your final thoughts,
So
please.
I only have a very humble request to everybody, and it's very deep, but I could not refrain by saying this for all of us, right? Whether it's a manufacturing background or a sales background or any source of domain that you work for, when you post a picture, right, you always try to showcase yourself. I would rather request a very humble request to everybody is do not forget the people who are feet on the street, whether it's on the shop floor, whether it's on the streets where the Emmas go to the doctors or somebody. Try to showcase them because their pictures are the true inspiration for people who have laid the foundation. Right, the blessings that will unfold to each one of us would be tremendous. So, humble request, please do not pick it up from Google or some parts of the world. It's always nice to see those smiling faces who made it happen. Somebody who makes an ice cream or a biscuit or any product that you use, whether it's a beauty product or any kind of a product. But when you put up that photo of that smiling labor or that individual who has prepared that, that makes it a great inspiration for everybody in the world. That's my key takeaway, the final key takeaway, Kumar.
Very beautiful, Jignesh, and so I mean, very unique perspective you shared in your 15 minutes, and this point is also very golden statement. So thank you so much for joining today.
Thank you.
Moving on to Dr. Ankur Das Gupta, your final thoughts, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. It has been wonderful, an amazing experience listening to everybody and various perspectives. Final words. Look, rather than a suggestion or advice, I would say that bring in, like GS is doing, be a part of communities, be a part of difficult conversations, be a part of conversations that make you feel uncomfortable. I always say that it is always important to get out of the comfort zone and get into different conversations, then understand what are your core strengths, because there are different zones when you look at your own strengths. And if you do a SWOT analysis today and a SWOT analysis after 5 years, it will be different of yourself. So nurture relationships, have conversations, listen effectively. And while it comes to LinkedIn, listening is as important, connecting is as important. What are people saying? How can you contribute and value add? If so, you're connecting with somebody, it is important to understand how you're connected, why that person should connect, what value you're driving. So that's my final word. Have a great day, stay healthy, stay fit, keep smiling and keep connecting with people. And thank you, GS, for bringing us all together.
Superb, superb. Thank you so much for sharing your Sunday with us for a very, very long time. It's a family time, but you're still there to share your viewpoints and dimensions to various people who are struggling for a lot of goals to achieve, be it a job, be it a business, or be it anything. LinkedIn is a place where at least 10 to 20% they share their opportunity ask, like, when they are getting laid off or job cuts or multiple aspects are happening. This is the way they're trying to utilize their connections where something connections were not happening because over a period of time they have not shown them. So consistency is a major key wherein they'll have to be online. Even if you don't have an agenda, please be a part of this kind of a talking session where you get a lot of connections. And the moment you get lost in your job opportunity or any other goals, this connection will definitely help. Thank you so much for joining, Dr. Ankur Dasgupta. Yeah. Moving finally with Darshani, we had a great 10 minutes to 15 minutes information. Your final thoughts, please.
My final, one statement or this thing, what I would like to share is that be specific, understanding who's your audience, what kind of, vertical or in what factor you want to focus and give out on, because not everything can be done by everyone.
Correct.
So having that understanding is the key to doing something. But we need to start from somewhere. That perfect moment is not going to come. But we need to start from somewhere. But have that clarity and awareness about your target audience is the key to building up your profile. Thank you.
Superb, superb, Bhavan. Thank you so much for joining us today and being wonderful panel. I had a very less participation in terms of just facilitating you, but all the key points has been shared by you only, which is kind of a masterclass on LinkedIn from various dimensions. One from soft skill, one from CHRO, from ICF coach, one from sales coach. Wow, this is something very 360-degree information for me at least for having listening for almost 3 hours, like watching a movie where we get only entertainment, but this is like a master class wherein I can keep archive this particular podcast for a very long session, and we will be redistributing this content in various forms. And whoever is watching here, we will be sharing the YouTube link which has been recorded on YouTube. I'll post it in the comment section. At your leisure time, you can watch on YouTube, and it will also get published in newsletter and various groups where minimum 20,000 people will be getting reached out to this particular podcast. So anybody who's want to join this speaker session, you can also welcome a lot of speakers to this session where you can share your valuable input, this particular thing. You can DM to my LinkedIn on speaking opportunities like this every Sunday, and we are planning for multiple sessions as well. So whoever has got that speaking things, talking elements on various point of views, especially on job seeking, LinkedIn, hiring, those kind of aspects, you are welcome to participate as a speaker. Thank you so much for all the panel members who joined today, and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.